Hello there. Welcome. It is a beautiful Monday evening, 9:56 p.m. Eastern. And just so you know, in case more information comes out, it's this video is now dated. See sports podcasts do that. It's important. Got to make sure everyone has like the same base of knowledge, or at least time. They know when it was recorded. So 9:56 p.m. Monday, June 30th, about to be July 1st, which means the STAP actually drops tomorrow, which is crazy. But today we are streaming. I think we're simultaneously streaming on.
But today we are streaming on
Twitch and YouTube. And if you're on Twitch, I'm not going to be following the channel point thing, but we edit this real quick
and
put us in Lego.
I'm not going to be following the channel point.
There we go. All right, so we are going to be discussing all of the new I'm sorry, Patriots fan. All of the new, what is the default chat here? YouTube doesn't support comments on private videos. Create a public or unlisted stream to show your viewers.
YouTube doesn't support comments on private videos.
Can I not see my YouTube chat on StreamYard? What the heck? Did I break this? I totally broke. Oh, this is such a shame. What did I do? Edit. Privacy, public. Save changes. Was this live stream private?
Edit. Privacy, public.
It shouldn't have been. It couldn't have been private.
Is this live stream private?
There we go. Okay, cool. I was going to be so disappointed if I was trying to. It was only showing me the Twitch commenters, and I was going to be really disappointed if I couldn't pull up the YouTube comments, because my whole half the point of doing the stream was to get y'all's interaction from chat and like be able to pull your chats up and share what people think, right? So yeah. Anyway, am I reviewing the sets, or are we just discussing them? If I had them, I'd be reviewing them. I mean, I wish. If you happen to find the sets early, send me a DM. Send me a DM on Instagram. Send me an email, MandRprod@gmail.com. So tomorrow will be the V19 Torrent reveal, and I don't think y'all are ready. The one picture that we've had of it looked pretty good. Look pretty good. Nope. Just get them next time, maybe in another 17 years. Anyway, little pop-up stream indeed. And the V19 has great figures, but the V19, when you see it, when you see it again, you've seen it once. You've seen the picture that leaked, but you haven't seen it. You got to see it landed. That's all I'm saying. All right, so let me figure out how to present here. Present, share screen. Don't show me these tips again. Share screen and allow. And then we want to just do this tab, I think. Okay, cool. So we're going to share this tab. And so now you guys can see me with my tab. Tyler, I did text you a link if you wanted to join and yap with me. So just let me know. But yeah, gonna try to keep up with chat as best I can throughout the stream. Obviously, the whole goal is to get y'all's input on these sets as well. So if you have thoughts on them, hit the chat. This live stream is public, right? It is up. We are live. This is the one. Okay, perfect. All right, I'm tripping. I'm tripping bad. There we go. All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't messed up. 10 minutes. All right, cool. I'll see you then.
There we go.
All right. Time to start saving money. Yeah, by not buying the new sets. The V19 and the 327th battle pack should be revealed tomorrow. I don't know why. They weren't revealed today. So can I switch tabs easily? Share this tab instead. How about that? What an easy feature. Oh, by the way, for those of you that were at my last live stream, I did sign up for StreamYard Primo $36 a month. They were on crack, but it works really great for what we're doing here. So there is an echo. Okay, let me figure out what that is. Hold on. Thank you for telling me. Reviews will come out as soon as I get the sets. That's always going to be the case. I don't otherwise have a better answer for you because I yeah, I'm not getting them free from Lego a month and a half early to do. So, echo right where we need to be. All right, let me try. I know one setting. If this setting doesn't work, I will change my mic to a different mic. No, it's got echo cancellation and reduce mic on. Is it still echoing? Is it bad?
If this setting doesn't work, I will change my mic to a different mic. No, it's not echo cancellation and reduce mic on. Is it still echoing? Is it bad?
If you kiss Lego, you'll get the sets early. That's funny. No echo. Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna run with it. You guys let me know if the audio gets really bad. But maybe it was just the way my stuff was set up. So, what's the ideal? Oh, it's bad. Oh, what's up, Pat? Open a second tab, maybe.
Oh, it's bad.
Oh, let me pull my stream up on my computer, on my phone. I'm otherwise never going to figure out what exactly it is. So I'm going to keep talking for a second. I'm really sorry. I'm going to mute my mic. What is that? Oh, I pulled up my stream on Safari. My bad. My bad. That's where it was. It wasn't on the same I'm on Chrome for the stream, and then I pulled up Safari. That was my bad. Yes. Figured it out. All right, cool. Sorry, my bad. What's up, Travis? Welcome to the stream. Welcome in P799A Entertainment. All right, let's get started on the turbo tank. And what's the best way to do this? Shoot. Well, I guess it's going to be like this. I'm going to have to have my phone right in front of me so I can at least read chat, and then I can try to pull it up as we go. So, all right. So I guess I'll do it this way. So turbo tank. Let's get, really, they only put one image here. So I have to go back to here, share this tab instead, and we got to do it through here. That's fine. $160. Let's just start with that. $160. Wait, this is not how I wanted to actually frame myself. I think this is going to be, it's either this or this. Which one do you guys prefer? I think I like this one. I think I like this. All right. $160. Oh, so by the way, I paid for the StreamYard thing. We now get to stream in 1080p. So hopefully you guys enjoy the slightly higher quality of this stream compared to the last one. But anyway, not copping, says Nicholas Carter. Should I get it at full retail price? I feel like I'm the only person that should buy it at full retail price because I'm going to review it. I don't know why a normal, I say this a lot in my videos a lot of the time when people ask me about things like this, and I'll say I'm a very inelastic consumer, meaning there's very little, if anything, that would make me not buy, right? But for most normal collectors that aren't going to make content that maybe it's not your job, whatever, I don't know why you would buy this for $160. It makes absolutely no sense. And it's not even the case of oh, wait for it to be 20% off. When it's 20% off, it'll be what? Is that $128? 32. Yeah, $128. And that's still too much. This set is, you should not pay, you should be paying $100 for this. 110 would be my price. So I wouldn't spend more than $110 on this. It does have a couple nice new molds with the Galactic Marine and the Commander Picard helmet. That's fantastic. But does that justify $160? I could justify, I would defend any price they would put out if the product was perfect, right? If the product was perfect, even if this was $200, I'd be like, all right, but guys, it's perfect. It can be expensive, but at least it's perfect. But it's not even that. You know what I mean? So 110 is not too much. I disagree. I think 110 is pretty fair. I know people mentally try to stick to 10 cents per piece, but I think we're well past that. I've described how 10 cents per piece a lot is not a good, thing. But anyway, I think 110 would be okay. Whether we want to get in a discussion of 105, 115, whatever. 110 is my personal price. 100 obviously would be better. 90 would be better. 80 would be better. What about the size though? So I did the math by counting studs. The front to back length on this turbo tank is, I can't remember exactly. It's 3 or 4 studs. 3 or 4 studs less than this turbo tank. 3 or 4 studs less than this turbo tank. And this turbo tank has always otherwise been regarded as very, very small. So it's smaller in length. I think the height is also a little more squished down, but this turbo tank does have that area underneath the main body of the ship. You see that like gray, the sideways gray plating. This one doesn't have that, so it's hard to measure, and the wheels are also a different build. I'm not sure what the size difference there is going to be as far as the height goes. It should be a similar height. Maybe, if anything, it's going to be a little smaller, right? But yeah. So a 2016 turbo tank there. And then you have the height, length. The width is probably, I didn't actually look at the Technic piece. How many little Technic pieces wide is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's thinner. It's like 4 studs thinner for the wheelbase, I think. Trying to count it in the weirdest way. It's 1, 2. You can see my mouse, right? Can you guys see my mouse? I can't keep it there. Can you guys see my mouse? Just let me know. Real quick, Nicholas, thank you very much for the $5. Says Lego having no real competition in brick building means they can get away with price gouging, and they also have a lot of ambassadors in their back pocket that will defend it endlessly. So, so there's that too. But thank you very much for the $4.99. I appreciate it. I'll put your hand on the camera for a Lamar Jackson edit. Such a bad. Why did I even do that? Wait, I didn't even see the mouse. No mouse. Okay, you can't see the mouse. Okay. Well, anyway, what I'm counting here is it's over there. It's the like Technic holes. So where you like between the wheels, you have however many Technic holes. So you have the 2 that are like actually connected to the wheel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the middle one is 6. So it looks like an 11. Actually, it might be, yeah, it should be an 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay. Should be 12 wide. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe it's the same width. 1, 2, 3, 4. It might be the same width on the wheels. It might be the same width. Am I generally pleased? No, I'm never happy. So that would be hard. No, I don't think I'm generally pleased. The prices are outrageous. The ships are too small. And the minifigs, especially the clone troopers, as per usual, are very subpar slop. It's hard to be happy when that's the reality. Yeah. I don't know. Well, they probably literally just don't care. They probably aren't. They probably aren't as big a fan as a lot of people that care about details. So it is what it is. Let you design the sets, right? No fun here. Just business. Just business. The only fun is when we get good stuff, and this ain't it. So, all right, the price expensive. We got it. It sucks. It's overpriced, right? Now, I think we should jump to the minifigs before we do the actual rest of the vehicle. I wish they had there's a good minifig lineup picture. All right. So you're going to notice 3 battle droids, right? So we are stuck in that realm again, where like if it's a clone trooper set, it's got to have 3 battle droids just every time. Good thing I'm a Speed Champions fan. They make a lot of great Speed Champion sets. That is a good thing for you. Absolutely. Yeah, likely pink torso. Now, I don't think that is actually going to be an issue, Effie, here, because they made them gray, I think. It doesn't look pink. This is a physical picture. It does not look, I don't think we're seeing the same issue that we had with Commander Bly, which is great. We have other issues, but not that issue. So that is fantastic to at least have avoided that. What did Brock say? Brock got an amen Brock from Jared. So let's see what Brock said. Dang, Mateo. Dang. All right, Tyler, I'll get you in a second. Hold on. I'm trying to find Brock's comment here. Oh, Brock's Speed Champions guy. Okay, never mind. Anyway, figs are great. I don't know how you can call them great. People call everything good, bad, and everything in between every time, I guess. There's always someone on some end of the spectrum. But I would not use the word great to describe these. They exist, and that's nice, but great? Like, all right, you see these see the eyes on the Galactic Marines? Look at how much space there is between the eye and the top of the like helmet ridge, the red of the helmet and the eye print, right? If you actually look in the I hadn't seen that picture before. If you actually look in the where's a good render picture? If you look in the renders, the eyes are nowhere near as high as low. Like the eyes are much closer to being like touching. You see how much closer it is? And so, that's probably the most minor thing wrong. But the actual print, much like the 212, is just off, and it looks bad. It just looks bad when it's down that low, below the where it's supposed to be. He looks like he's sad. Like they look derpy. They look like AliExpress clone troopers. I mean, that's what you end up with when you have these types of printing issues. You have a way bigger gap at the top than you should, both canonically and as advertised. So that's probably my smallest gripe with that. But yeah. Real quick, we do have $2 from Krelix. He says thoughts on Optic Texas winning CDL champs back to back was pretty crazy. I was hoping Boston Breach would beat them. Actually, I was like kind of excited, and then Boston Breach kind of got pounded. So yeah, I would love to talk more COD, but we are trying to do some Lego Star Wars here. Fredley, thank you for the $4.99. Says is Kiadi Mooney the same as in the battle pack? And he's not. No, like a lot of time when a new Jedi will come out after 5, 6, 7, 8 years or whatever, it's never going to be exactly the same. They always change a little something up here or there. And so the Kiadi Mundi here is going to be different than the battle pack. Let me pull it up. 75207.6. Yeah, I'm falling off. 75206. Let me see. Lego.com. Pull this up. I'm about to share it with you guys. And so nope, can't find it on Lego.com. Great. I'll look it back up again. 75206. And images, which Amazon? Let's see if Amazon. I probably shouldn't pull up Amazon. I might have my address. All right, this one will work. Let's see. What's a good detail to key in on here? This isn't even in like good enough quality to really tell. But if you look, let's see, bottom right. What's a good detail to key in on? I can't. It's too blurry. All right. Well, my point is, I guarantee he's not the same. They're never the same. Ayla's kind of the same deal. There was an Ayla in the same year that the last Kiadi Mundi came out in, ironically, and the Ayla is also, yeah, just a little bit different. The Ayla actually, I think, got worse. The Kiadi Mundi is just, maybe a few different wrinkles here, a few different wrinkles there, maybe even a small improvement, but I certainly wouldn't say anything got worse on Kiadi Mundi. They're also keeping that same awesome little head mold thing that he's got, so that's fantastic to see there. But yeah, definitely not going to be exactly the same. I guess I'm not able to give you the greatest little side by side here with my current setup, but in my review, I will try to remember to point that out for y'all. Already flipped that into a Lamar Jackson edit. That's crazy. That was quick. Let's see. I won't be surprised if in the next 5 years they're going to give us printed pauldrons. Well, we have printed well, they just made a mold for the pauldrons, which we'll talk more about when we get to the MTT. So, opinion. MPH Rick. I don't know if we're talking about that one. I will talk about our lip color though. Anyway, honestly, I'm in the minority. I don't entirely dislike these sets as much as other people. The prices are absolutely ridiculous, so I'll agree. Please release a Galactic Marine foil pack. I think there's a pretty high chance they'll do that. The crappy part, as always, is just the figures are still sloppy, so kind of tough. I think this box art is great. Yeah, no, I think the Wave does have good box art. That's a fair point. I do think that a lot of the packaging here looks cool. I do have an issue with the Slave 1 box having the Clone Wars, and this is also really Revenge says that too. I think it's kind of an issue, but Yeah, the box art I think looks cool. I think they've made these sets look cool. At the very least, they got that going for them, right? More separatist ships. We just got one. We got the MTT coming up. That's the next set I'm probably gonna look at. So coming up. Brick by brick together. Thank you for $4.99. Says this wave is lame. Get on Warzone rank. Definitely not getting on War. I've foregone COD for the night to be on this stream. I was literally like hemming and hawing about whether I should play some COD, and I was like, no, we're gonna talk about some Legos. So, all right, Daily Dose, thank you for $2. Says K2SO should be the color the new commando droids are. That's an interesting take. I will have to do more research on that, but I've not thought of that. And Gabriel, thank you for the $2. Says, do you think we'll get a set with I'm a gonna die? I doubt it. It'd be a great like rebuild the galaxy type of inclusion, but personally, I doubt it. Would be awesome though. Would definitely be awesome, but yeah, definitely not my list of things I would imagine. Guys, I'm trying not to talk basketball. I see questions in the chat, basketball, other things. I'm really trying to keep it like Lego Star Wars focused. I mean, you can ask me whatever you want, I guess, but I'm trying to stay on topic here unless it's something crazy I'll really got to talk about. But all right, so Turbo Tank, front of the box, there you go. Oh, we were talking minifigs, so we're not done with the minifigs yet, I don't think. So Kiadi Mundi, we've discussed, very nice minifig. Then we have the battle droids, whatever. And it's just like trying to make it feel like it's worth more money than it is. And then the cream of the crop, what everyone's been waiting for 20 years. And then it's just like, it's crazy to think that if we got these 10 years ago, they'd be better than they are today. I mean, ultimately, when you look at a product like this, and oh, I totally forgot about Tyler. You got forgotten. Welcome. It's good timing too. We're about to talk about 2014.
What's going on?
Oh, shoot. I can't hear you. Let me put my headphones on anyway, because you're going to echo if I don't. And can I hear you?
Am I good now?
I can't hear you. Make sure you have your right mic. Can you guys hear him, or am I?
Oh, hold up. Let's see.
Oh, maybe my output is wrong. Hold on. Yeah, probably. Let's see. AirPods. Test me now.
All right, my mic was on the wrong thing.
There we go. We're both good either way. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, welcome in Tyler from Life Bricks, guys. Check him out if you haven't already. He uploads never.
There's a lot to check out over there, right?
Yeah, there's a tumbleweed, I think. If you go on the channel, you'll come across your story.
That's funny.
But yeah, welcome. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. So yeah, all right, 2014. Do you have headphones, by the way? I don't know if you have a pair.
I do not next to me. Why is it? Am I echoing?
Can you grab some? Just a little bit, I think. Enough to make it like worth putting them on, I think.
Okay, they're upstairs, so it'll take me like a minute.
All right. I'll see you in a minute. That's cool. Life Bricks, absolute legend. Modern Lego Star Wars has made you start buying Ninjago sets. There's no way that is a real sentence. That you can't actually mean that. You're an adult. Have some respect for yourself. Have some respect. No echo. I could hear it a little bit. You guys might not. I'm wearing headphones and I'm like really acutely listening, and I heard myself. I'm fairly positive. So either way, it'll avoid any potential issue there. So, oh man, the V19 Torrent reveal should be tomorrow. So we'll see. It should be tomorrow. But yeah, I want to wait for Tyler to make this point. I gotta wait for Tyler. Definitely going to review the Night Speeder eventually. Not super soon, but eventually. 327th Troopers and better than Marines in this summer. I don't think either of them are particularly good. I think I would say the Marines are better just because they don't have like horrible helmets. Like they've got that going for them at least. So I'll give them that. Thank you, Thomas, for the $2. Says old box art for the 30th anniversary. Thoughts? Dude, I actually was thinking about it because they did it for Black Series this year with like Revenge of the Sith, and they've done it in other years for Black Series. And I just thought if they had done like the Arc 170 in this box art, even though the set wouldn't be any better, would it be better? You know what I mean? So no, I would love to see that. And thank you very much for the donation. Did not have to do that. But all right, you good?
Yeah, I mean I can hear you through the headphones. Can you hear me still through the mic?
All right, cool. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, sweet.
All right. So where was I? Oh yeah. So when a set like this comes out, and my like thought is just like, oh, if we got this set, 10 years ago, these would be better. That should tell you that this is not acceptable. That should tell you that you can't defend this, that you shouldn't support it, that you shouldn't, defend Lego for it or say that it's good. Like, I don't know. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. More power to you. But I can't sit here and be like, man, finally 20 years waiting for this, and we finally got Galactic Marines. So no matter what, I'm happy, and I'm gonna say they're good. I'm happy to have them. They're just not. They're not as good as we would have had 10 years ago. It's not even close.
Well, see, for Bakara, I think one of the glaring things, at least just through these images, we don't have them in hand yet, but I think the visor being the 2020 style, where it's just not as far outwards, it's a little bit more inwards, like towards the middle. I think that being 2020 style makes the entire helmet mold, which I'm glad they made a new mold for it. I think it makes the whole entire thing look a little bit maybe bigger, a little bit more awkward than maybe it should, because the visor print is skinnier. But if it was 2014 style, where those visors are a little bit more wider, it probably go all the way to the actual edge, like in that little crevice of the helmet mold. I think that would just factually look better there. Bakara would look better in 2014. The wastegapes, of course, from 2014 for all three of them, or all four of the figs. And it is kind of crazy. Just a decade ago, these could have been, top 25 figs of all time for the theme.
If these came out a decade ago, they would be some of the best clone troopers that we had ever seen and would have ever seen. It's timing is everything, as it has turned out, which is sad. But hold on, I'm gonna share my screen here. I think. Oh, perfect. I can even pause on this. So this guy broke it down really well. This guy does like Black Series posts and stuff. And so hold on. This guy does he does a lot of like Black Series breakdown, which a lot of the time goes over my head. But in this particular case, there we go. All right. In this particular case, like, it's very Lego oriented discussion, and he points out a lot of stuff very, very acutely here. Oh, I can zoom in too. Awesome. So he says, interesting choice to use the standard clone feet and knee pad template instead of the Galactic Marine version on the Galactic Marine. And he shows the regular like 501st and then the Galactic Marine and how kind of the knee pads are different, right? He says, why design something new when you can reuse the old? Genius. That's the Lego minifig designer guarantee right there. That's probably the slogan. So yeah, you see the knee pad just not the same shape as it's supposed to be. Like, this is the 501st or kind of regular knee pad design. And this is much like pretty much every criticism you and I may have. I guess I should take this off my screen. Every criticism you and I may have of like a Lego Star Wars thing these days, like 90% of it is stuff that was done better in the past or properly in the past. And it's like, it's not even like we're asking for something we haven't had before. We're just like, why don't we just keep the same baseline and keep getting better? Like, they've gotten worse. And so the Kashyyyk Trooper is a great example. 2014, 2019 Kashyyyk Trooper here, they're a little bit different, but point is, the knee pad design still is a unique knee pad design to represent what it is in universe. And Lego Star Wars in modern day, being cheap and lazy and not really caring about details, especially when it comes to clone troopers, you can see that this no longer applies. They don't care. 2014 truly was peak. I mean, this proves it. I feel like we never had it better, and we didn't know that was the best we'd ever have it. It's crazy. And then he makes a good point about Bakara, which I'm not really ready to talk about. Oh yeah, well, I guess it is time to talk about Bakara, right? You want to talk about Bakara? I don't know, the knee pad thing on the Galactic Marines. I was like, that's a really good point. Like, it looks like people will say it looks fine because it does. It's an aesthetically good design. It looks good, but it's inaccurate, and we could have had something that was accurate because we had that in the past, and there's no reason we can't have that. So,
well, we'll see. I mean, there's one take I have, and I'm curious, man. If we were to ever truly know this, I'm not gonna name names, but naturally the minifig designer that's around here lately, the past 5 years.
The name that is. It's funny. People said I doxed him, and I'm like, he's in videos on Lego's.
Yeah, I mean, his name's been public for a decade.
It's not a big secret. I didn't do anything bad. And people were like, what you did to him? And I'm like, what?
So my logic with this is like, I almost am curious if his logic with some of this stuff is, as a designer, just to go in there, even though he knows, I mean, I think there's factually some of the stuff that he gets wrong just because he's not paying attention. But I'm willing to bet there's some of this to some degree that he might actually go in there and be like, okay, the previous designer, a totally different person, did it this way. All right, let me make my mark and design these figures as me a different way,
I
right
can
or
make a
wrong.
really good joke about making a mark,
But-
a very special kind of mark.
But I mean,
And
you
I'll
get what
leave
I'm
it
trying
at
to
that.
say there, though. Like, I mean, some of it might be intentional, and some of it's probably just straight not caring. But I almost feel like some of this has to be that, like, just trying to be different, you know, because he's a different designer type of thing.
I don't know. It's so confusing to me too, because like there's minifigs that will come out that are just like perfect, that are made like the Obi-Wan that'll come out, you know, that's like beautiful.
Oh,
And then
yeah,
you have
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna start just calling them slop troopers. That's what they are. It's no longer clone troopers. We're past that. I kind of like hinted at that today, and I saw some people commenting about it, and I was like, oh yeah, we're kind of probably gonna run with that one. But yeah, so when it comes to Bly, it made me think of this. You know, obviously the belt here on his torso, not great on the color, making it all black, and so he points this out really well. And what's great about what this guy does is he edits like what it would look like in universe with Lego styling, which is just fantastic.
Yeah, that's
like
super
you see
cool.
that side by side is crazy. If you look at the bottom, you can see like the Lego torso all black, right? So you can see that crazy difference there. Yeah, but the next slide is kind of what I really wanted to show you. I don't know if you had seen this, and that's why you were saying that.
I don't think I follow this guy. I mean, I'll
This
have to check
guy,
him out.
you should follow this guy. This guy, it's Camino_customs, Caminoan_customs, I guess, on Instagram. But look at the print, that print being larger, like you mentioned. Obviously,
Oh my gosh! Oh yeah, I didn't even. Yeah, I haven't seen this yet. Yeah,
the
that's
one on the
literally that
left
makes
is
it
the
look.
Lego one. The one on the right, yeah.
Bro,
That makes it look a
look
billion
perfect.
times
That makes
better.
the helmet look perfect, in my opinion.
It fixes a lot of what I couldn't really quite grasp was wrong with it when I was looking at it. But that print is definitely too small in there.
Bro,
Definitely.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dude, shout out to this guy, man. Like I said, I just dropped him follow now, but I mean, dude, I mean,
They should just
this guy's
hire
great.
this guy.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, come on. Like, it's actually insane. Like, this guy, the pictures came out an hour ago, and this guy already fixed them all. Like, it's insane.
Yeah. When the other guy probably had a 3-month period to design everything.
Yeah, who knows, right?
And probably a whole year to go in there and really change something if needed.
And people supposedly check these designs.
Yeah.
I
Supposedly.
guess. I don't know. Allegedly, Disney approves all of it. I don't know. But yeah, so that's a crazy little, like, it's that minute stuff that can like take a figure from looking to like, oh wow, yeah, that looks pretty dang good. Still needs a waist cape though. And then let's see, we have one more slide, which I actually don't know what's going to be on it, so let's find out. All right. He says, it kills me that the helmet mold is so good and it's just a visor print that's atrociously underscaled to the helmet. Yeah, there you go. You can see what it's actually like in universe is on the right, and then what it would be like in universe with the way Lego did it on the left. That's exactly it right there. That's 1,000% it.
And see, the thing is, it literally proves 2014 would have made them perfect, because 2014 helmet would have, like, inherently, without them having to switch anything, even though they're not consistent anyway, you know, with us not expecting them to change what's already been stupid the past couple years. If they would have just done it a decade ago, they would have done it good.
No,
that is wild to me, man. This guy's great, bro. This guy might be a top one Instagrammer at the moment for me.
Yeah, no, he does this a lot. It's really great stuff. Like, just simple, straight to the point. Like, here's what's wrong with it. Here's how it should have been. And, bam. So we'll see if he posts anything else, I guess. But I love his page. I think he does a great job kind of breaking a lot of stuff down every time stuff drops. So anyway,
are there pictures of the Galactic Marines backpacks? Is it a print? Is it no print? Is it a couple pieces? Is there, because I know that they have a backpack.
Let's take a look around. Let's take a look
because I saw someone post about it. Okay, so there's no print on it.
No print.
Damn, and that's pretty bulky out, dude. I think that's one plate too big, in my opinion. One plate too far out.
Did they give it a full? They did give it an extra brick. Well, they had to, because oh no, yeah, they put the tile on the top. Well, that's normal, I think.
Well, hold up. Is it? Oh, that is just one plate, one tile. Okay. All right. So never mind. I thought there was one plate, then that modified plate, then the tile. No, but it's just two. So I guess it's not farther out than normal.
I don't know if I'm going to get a good Galactic Marine pick online. It's hard to know if it should really have a printing detail or not, but it obviously historically has been what they've done for figures.
I mean, yo, when you get this in hand, I mean, I'm curious because I mean, this technically is a brand new molded helmet. I mean, it's not identical to the Snowtrooper currently. So I wonder if you're able to actually put one of those like official regular Lego backpack mold pieces on them and have the helmet actually fit on it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. That would be
That
interesting.
might be something. Maybe try it out when you get it in hand, man.
The other deal I like to think about, or someone like mentioned to me, is that what if they reuse this helmet mold for Snowtroopers going forward?
As long as they fix those eye prints, because as you said, I mean, they look depressed. I mean, like those eye prints make them look, I don't know. I almost would rather them stick with how they're doing Snowtroopers if it means the eye prints.
Oh no, I agree, but it just seems like that would be the direction they would go to save as much money as possible.
Well, and the reason why I brought up the backpack thing was because I saw someone make a story post about it, how they actually like they tell you to take off the backpacks to like fit the guy into the like the cockpit area. Like they actually like they show it like off. Yeah, like they show the backpack off on the side to have the driver driving it. But like that's the same logic as to why can't they just
oh my god, you're right. You can see it right here.
Yeah, for waist capes. I mean, why don't they just have a little thing on the side? Hey, put your waist cape to the side if you need them to sit. Although they can sit, but you know what I mean. Just put the waist cape to the side.
Oh my god.
So they use that same logic on a backpack that doesn't work in a certain seat, but not the most important thing of it all, the commas. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah, no waist capes is unacceptable. But anyway, I think we all know the figures are slop and they don't really care to try because people defend it and they're like, oh, Clone Trooper, good, buy, lots. I don't know. I've stopped.
I guess, I
don't army build any of the new stuff. It's sad. It's really sad to me.
One final kind of like topic, I guess, like for us and maybe the chat, like on this, that would be, I know, of course, all of us, like, I mean, good or not, we'd rather them just have a couple more clones, obviously, instead of the droids. I mean, the B1s are pretty much pointless at this point. But if they had to keep an opposition on the other side, how would you make that droid side? Like what would be the ideal thing without going too crazy? Like, would you add some supers? Would you try to add, a spider droid? Would you add a little, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, would you try to add a droidica maybe? Like, if you had to pick
Droidica would be cool. It's just I don't think there should be a separatist side in sets like this. I really like I get your question. I'm not answering it like the way you're probably asking, right?
Yeah,
but like there, you just theoretically you shouldn't have a separatist side. Like this set with let me flip back over here. 2 whole battle droids, like that's your separatist side. So if you want more, you got to increase the price of the set by like $20 because include a crab droid, a droidica, super battle droids, and then all of a sudden the price goes. This one was $110, then all of a sudden let's say it's $130 back in the day. Kind of gets a little crazy very fast, I think. But
I guess my logic on that question. Go ahead.
Sorry, this set has like the big bulky one-piece wheels, right?
Yeah,
that set has like 10 pieces per wheel, and it still has a lower piece count than this set by 100. That's nuts.
So there's 12 wheels and every bit of 10 a piece. That's 100 to 150 pieces just in the wheel.
It's still got 100 less pieces. That's
bad. So insane. It's like 250 or 300 less than that other build.
And it's got an extra battle droid to up some piece, 5-6 pieces there. So yeah, it's crazy. Anyway,
I guess to kind of round out that droid question, my thing would just kind of be like, even on the level of like if they had to do it, take out these and like add like 2 rocket armed super battle droids or something. Like just to like just to actually add something new, like B1s, I hate to say it, they're literally just pointless. Like, especially with this battle pack.
It's so lame. It's so lame. I know they want to have like conflict, but like, do you know how cool like the coolness factor of having a clone set that would have like 6 Galactic Marines, Commander Bakara and Ki-Adi-Mundi? It's wild to me that we have just as many clone troopers in this as a 45 now the $45 stat's madly overpriced anyway, but a $45 battle pack, right? You've got the same amount of clones. You get one more minifig. Ignore droids. They're not real minifigs. Look on the Lego website. They don't call them minifigs. You get one more minifig for 3 times the price. You get less minifigs in this set than the Tantive 4 hallway set.
Man,
Like
that's a
7 versus
crazy
5.
thing to think about.
Like, how could they not include? Like, it seems like they're hard capped at 3 of the same figure in a set. They won't admit it. Unless I'm missing something. Obviously, battle droids don't count because they're not minifigs. That's why they get more than 3 in the battle packs and stuff. Or the
I mean,
the
I'm
droid
trying to
carrier
think,
MTT,
dude.
rather.
Technically, even in history of battle packs, there's never been 4 identical. It was always a 2-1-1 or a 3-1,
No,
right?
that's not true. Rebel
Well,
Battle Pack 2008 for just
oh,
top of mind.
okay, there we go. Yep, you're right. You're right. I was thinking Son of Commandos also, but there was one captain in there, right?
I was the captain in there, yeah. I'm sure there's other examples, but just top of mind. Anyway, what else on this? Externally looks okay. Looks okay until you look at the wheels are sand blue. Just cuz.
Yeah. When I heard that in your video, I didn't realize that at first. I'm like, I like the little sand blue hint up top. I think it's fine, but on the wheels is pointless in my opinion.
It doesn't feel like I looked for the wheels specifically, but I didn't look at like the picture thinking about what that top blue piece that you pointed out. It's not blue in Revenge of the Sith. I'm looking at like it's gray. They just made it blue. I googled the turbo tank on. Let's pull up Wikipedia here.
I wonder if that piece doesn't have light bluish gray existing for it yet, and like you get what I'm saying. Then they just didn't want to make it in light bluish gray. I wonder if someone in the chat could answer that for us.
Like that is not blue. It's the same gray as the rest of the turbo tank, and so they made that like top part blue. It makes absolutely zero sense. Let me see if I can find a better angle of it here on the actual set. Perfect. Yeah, like just oh, it looks horrible actually it looks horrible. Yeah, it's horrible. Dang. This is so much. This angle shows how bad like colored the set is, I think.
Oh my god, yeah, the wheels
the sand blue was not a good idea.
Dude, you know what I just realized, man? Like it's like the curse of sand blue, man. It effed up the Bad Batch shuttle, it effed up this.
Also, that piece certainly exists in light gray because that's the piece that's on the wheel.
Well, yeah, it's literally there's two of them in light bluish gray right behind it.
So you can't even make that like defense of like, well, it doesn't exist and they can't just change the plastic color.
Dude, yeah,
you know,
this looks. I mean, I get Lego's a toy, but like, dude, this looks real toyish.
The more I look at this, the more I hate it.
Oh, dude, this looks.
I can't wait to watch all the land reviews defend it. Oh, it's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be brutal. Oh, why did the sand blue? Like, why? I disagreed with it on the Bad Batch shuttle, but I understood and can see where they got it from. You know, like, still think it should have been gray, but it looks okay in sand blue and like depending like whatever. This I don't get it. Someone said, but it looks good. Crying emoji. I think that means it looks bad. The more I look at this set, the rougher it is. Daniel says these parts are absolutely already in light bluish gray. Yeah, I mean they're both the same parts that are on the wheel and the top. They're both parts that are on the wheel. Otherwise, both the sand.
Oh, I didn't even. Yeah. So actually,
the wheel is also sand blue. The wheel looks even worse with the sand blue because if you look like it doesn't. Back to the Wikipedia page. Where's the sand blue on the wheel?
Yeah, I mean, there's no color difference within that entire. I mean, it's just mix of shades of gray.
I think this is going to be a set that nobody claims on Brickset. I don't know if you ever like look at the Brickset like brick lists of the designers and like what they design.
Oh yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there's some on there that
the Final First Battle Pack, for example, doesn't have like a claimed designer. Like we don't know who designed it. Not that they would get like crap for it or whatever, but like this is just one of those sets that it feels like no one's going to put their name on, and it's sad. Because it's like it could have been so great. Should have been well. We'll get to the UTAT thing, I guess. But a UCS turbo tank would cost around $1,500. It would not. That's a take though, I suppose. Colorblind. It's got to be. I just don't know how you get to sand blue.
I mean, I think those if they were to do color differences just to like get different colors, there should have just been dark bluish gray in both of them. They wanted to add one dark bluish gray round plate or whatever. I think dark bluish gray would have been fine.
Dark bluish gray would have fit, I think, a little bit more, certainly. Especially because, like, the last one had some dark bluish gray for the wheels, right? But even so, let's see. Let's look back again one more time.
So Doug 14 said sand blue is from one image on Google. I wonder
one image.
Yeah, I wonder what. I mean, dude,
no,
you could have done.
They should have done dark gray for the like interior part of the wheel. And
the
then
three
exterior,
round
like,
plates.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
the exterior, like, circular bit should have been light gray like it is. They obviously keep that as is, and that would have worked. Because
Super
dark
good
gray
point,
for the
yeah.
wheels is what they did with the last one with the light gray on the outside. And that seems to be the most accurate, like, way you can do it without making some, like, perfect one-to-one mold, whatever. But yeah, that's brutal. That is brutal. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 10, yeah, 10 pieces each. That's 100 pieces on the set. It's crazy. Yeah, imagine this set. This set with molded wheels would have been 700 pieces for $160. That's what the set almost was. Think about that.
Oh, bro.
That's
I mean,
probably why they did brick built wheels. I bet they built it, had the molded wheels, and the piece count was like 726. And it had molded wheels, and they're like, we got to get this piece count up.
Yeah, a little artificial inflation on the piece count. Yeah. Man. It just, I hate this. I say it all. It's modern Lego, man. I mean, some of it's great, but I mean, this is an example. I mean, like, the thing is, this is like even, I don't know, at least for Turbo Tank. Like, I mean, we'll MTT, I don't think on this, but like for the Turbo Tank, 2016 was a downsize, but at least it still had the proper DNA of what we thought a Turbo Tank should have been, but just a downscaled version of it. This is like literally just a parts bin Turbo Tank that someone just blindly built. Like, that's what it feels like. Like, on top of being small.
The caveman wheel has nothing on this new Turbo Tank wheel. What are you talking about? Oh, man. That's crazy. Yeah, this set gets worse the more I look at it. This is really unfortunate. Feels like it feels like below the bare minimum. Definitely. Yeah, on the right. Yeah, on the right path there.
Is this a contender for a if you were to ever remake like a top 15 most hated or worst Lego Star Wars set of all time, like say like 3 years from now or something like this?
I don't
You think this would be a contender?
Maybe it's one of the worst. It's certainly what I'm most disappointed in. I am very disappointed right now. I didn't like I spent a lot of time making my video today about it, but I had not like looked at it this heavily, and it's so much more disappointing looking at all these pictures.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's see what else we got on here. So the interior is also whack. Whack. You can't stand a minifig up in here unless you put them in this little pit. That's absurd. How have we gotten this far down in size? I don't know where Tyler went, but how have we gotten this far down in size?
It made me want to grab.
Oh, okay. Here.
This one, just there's a couple tiles on it that shouldn't be there, but it's still the same.
Man, what did you do that for?
It was for a mock I was gonna build like 5 years ago and just never took them off.
I was gonna say I was thinking from the Bad Batch there was a clone with that color theme.
Yeah, it actually was. It was literally it was gonna be a Hauser,
Oh,
Hauser
yes.
mock. Yeah, a Ryloth thing,
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you could actually stand them up there and like, look, I'll be the first to say, man, like, sure, it's a little barren in there. You know what I mean? Sure, maybe there could be another 15 pieces in there to really.
Well, it's barren in there because it held the command station and the vehicle.
Oh yeah,
that's why.
Well, plus, hey, do you remember the modification where if you took like it was like a 6x10 plate or whatever, an 8x10 plate, you'd be able to get it in there and like literally fit like 14 of them standing up. Like I remember that back in the day.
Yeah, you could just throw a plate down. Oh, look at the box used to be glossy. Yeah. So you don't know what you missed out on. Oh, it's so insane. At least I mean,
Ryan, I don't think I've ever asked you this. I mean, like I know the logistical reasons, so like I'm not really arguing that, but your personal preference, are you a fan of bigger boxes or are you fine with do you not care about box size?
Oh, the box. No, I mean whatever fits the pieces, but bigger is cooler.
Yeah.
But that's not something I'm gonna stake my complaints on, I guess.
I mean, my logic with all that is like just big box, big product. If you're gonna charge money for it, it's like why not just get big everything at the end of the day? Like that's my logic with it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. Plogoon says he hates thick boxes. Thank you, Plogoon. I know, right, Pat, bro? It's insane. All right, so yeah, the interior is absurd. Barely can fit a figure standing up, one in the middle. And then you've got like 4 seats around it, which again is another great case for including more Galactic Marines instead of more battle droids. Cool. We got our 232nd battle droid in a set. Awesome. It makes me so angry. I also, like, historically, I feel like they would have something cool in this section, and I don't think I've seen anything in this section, so it seems like it's going to be a big nothing burger there, which is unfortunate. Just that's, downsizing. Although 2005 did not have anything there. 2010 definitely had like a weapons rack or something there.
Yeah, I mean, it had like with the green. It had a command station with the green little arch pieces. Remember that? And then the
2000
ATRT.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about that little gray section in the middle, but never mind. And then finally, I think the watchtower is, I saw Cooper mention earlier, but that watchtower is pathetic as well. Just, man.
Dude, it's
What
so unrealistic,
happened?
man. Having your guys stand up there, dude, just with no nothing, just 20 feet in the air, bro. I mean, that's ridiculous.
2016 wasn't much better in that regard.
Did they sit down in 2016?
No, it's Grease standing up there. Also,
Oh, okay.
Bigger, I guess. It's Grease standing up there, but it's a
Oh,
little
yeah, okay,
more
never mind. Yeah,
built out. It's a
2016,
little
yeah.
less skinny looking. 2010 didn't have a watchtower because the Clone Turbo tanks and the Clone Wars didn't have a watchtower, right?
So peaked in 05, pretty much. The tower peaked in 05.
That was bull. I don't know. I don't know if there's a great answer to it necessarily. Like some of these things like that, like you're at a scale it's so small it's hard to get to look good. But either way, I don't know. I don't think that looks great. So there's that.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, watchtower. I don't know.
So from what we know, there's not a single side build in here. Not a single thing that slides in.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. They had that for all the other ones, and that's gone too. Yeah.
Man, I mean, that could have been something they could have done. I mean, if they would have kept it, I mean, it wouldn't have made it at all much more worth it, but at least for optics, if they would have thrown in a little something to throw in there and add 40 more pieces to the piece count, I mean, it would have helped 0.5%, but it would have been something.
Actually, that kind of goes back to asking about like the droid side of things. And I saw people commenting about a crab droid, and best set ever is a crazy take. So when it comes to the crab droid, like, could they have put a crab droid in here, and would you have been happy with it? Like, because they obviously skipped over it on the ATT. We all remember, quote, we didn't even consider it because they literally didn't watch the movie. Insane stuff. But would you have taken a crab droid here? I think I would have. I think just to have it exist, like, we're already well past the realm of like, who cares about whether the set is accurate canonically with a UTAT in the planet and everything. They're just throwing stuff in to throw it in. May as well get the crab droid in there while you're at it. Make good on that whole debacle from 3 years ago.
Well, so you're speaking in the sense of trade out the 3 B1s for a crab droid, or
just like additionally, ideally.
All for the same price.
Ideally.
Yeah. I mean, I think crab droid would have been fine. I mean, it's would they have done it good? I mean, who knows? But I mean, I think just hearing a crab droid would be in here. I mean, would have been a fine addition.
Anytime I think about wanting something, Tyler, I think about the best potential version of that, and that's why I'm always let down. So it would probably be a bad crab droid. That being said, but yeah,
because I mean, their droidicas have that's a downward trend over the past decade. Their droidica designs.
I do like this little cannon thing, whatever on top. I think that like one in the middle looks nice. Silver lining.
See, another thing, I think it was an Ask Him and Ari did, right? The dropship question. Someone asked about it, and he brought up the good point how compared
there's no handle on this.
Yeah, compared to the 2000s era, where whether they fully intended on it or not, it was just the style of having the handles where you could actually do it, and you could end up connecting all three of them. It does kind of suck. I mean, you're right. Like, I mean, none of these have a handle or like any way to like easily I mean, but who knows if we ever even get a dropship. But like, it is one of those things that just makes me think they're probably not planning on that. But they don't think that often these days, so maybe they're just not even thinking about it.
Goob said they should have included a lamppost in the set. that is a banger comment. You win comment of the week right there. Thank you. Made my day with that one. So yeah. All right. That's the turbo tank for the most part. Any final thoughts, chat, fellas? Tyler, final thoughts? Turbo tank, $160, absurd. We all know it.
No, I mean, I think
2 fingers. That's crazy. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean, I think at the end of the day, I mean, I think them doing this set conceptually just was always kind of bound for failure to an extent, like just like with how they set themselves up, apparently, like with this budget and everything, and like just like with this era of clones. Like I think the only saving grace that could have like made this appealing, at least to someone like myself and probably a handful of other people, would have just been if it was the debut of the first time of UTAT. I think that's the only thing that could have made this set itself possibly just something that intrigues us. You know what I mean? If it was the debut of that vehicle.
And as Cooper says, should have been a UTAT. Yeah. Tisk. All right, moving on down. Let's see. Next, I guess ATST. Let's knock it out. The ATST guys, $200. Sorry, not $100. $200. And it's smaller than the last one. That was $80. Thoughts?
I like it. I mean, it's my favorite set of the wave.
I saw you say you were going to buy it for full price, so
yeah. I mean, I don't know if you heard. I mean, I'm kind of going through like a UCS like epiphany, kind of like in the fact of like, you know, for the longest time I wasn't really the biggest fan of UCS, but also like the play scales were pretty suffice for a while there. You know what I mean? But like nowadays, it's like if I'm gonna like say my saying of like make Lego Star Wars big again and all that stuff, it's like UCS sets are like literally like that. You know what I mean? Like it's the biggest version of the vehicles that they do. So I just realized it's like that's what I enjoy now. You know, like I've added like 4 to the collection in the past month. Like I've got a couple more to build. I'm looking forward to this one. I think it's just like it's like the true definition of just what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? Just big versions of the vehicles. And I saw some people complain about the 200. I mean, you know, you could argue the piece count's maybe a little low on this guy, but it's like I just view it in the fact of like 200 has been the base floor price for a small tier UCS for like 15 years now. It's like hearing that it's $200 for it, it's like it's not doesn't really kill it for me. You know what I mean? It just makes sense.
Actually, it is like, almost quite. Shoot, you're right. No, yeah. So it's bigger than minifig scale. First off, the $200 price point. I think they didn't want to go below 200 for the aura of UCS or like what they see it as now.
Very good point.
So I think that's probably why. I think it's otherwise. Like if you ignore the UCS like branding, this is like $160 set realistically for Lego Star Wars today. It should be. But they basically overpriced it by $50. Someone asked if it would fit in a Billy shelf there, and the last one does, and it fits like a little bit at an angle, but it fits, and it's bigger than this. So this one's smaller, and so it will fit. It's smaller than the last one, which is crazy because the last one was $80. Adjusted for inflation, that's about $130 in today's money. This one adds a printed plaque, adds a minifig with arm printing. So maybe give it $20 for that. I don't know. That's a little crazy even, but let's call it 150. And it's got 500 more pieces, but they're smaller pieces. And this set again is smaller. I just don't see 200. I don't know how you get there. I can't reason through my way to get to $200 at all in any way, shape, or form on this.
I don't know. I guess it's one of those things, man, where I'm just thinking to myself, like, if this was released like May 1st, like, let alone now or 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, like if this was a May 1st UCS, like before they especially went up to 240, like if they called it 200, 2019 May 4th, say, for 200, I think it would have just, I think it just would have worked. Like, I don't think anyone would have questioned it at that point. Like at least how I just view it, because I mean UCSs have always been. Yeah. Again, besides early and mid 2000s, sure, with some of those weird exceptions, but like I just feel like 200 for this UCS, just like I never expected any less. Like, sure, you could like argue value, like if it wasn't UCS, but like it is. Maybe it's just totally psychological to me, but like $200 just seems more than fair. It just seems fine,
Sure. Huh. Yeah, I disagree on the price, but I mean, the set at least is high quality feeling. It looks great. It's got a nice minifig without dual molded legs, though. That's where I think that's where I'm like, you can't charge 200 for this and not give this guy dual molded legs. You can't.
Yeah. I mean, a good point. I mean, the legs are crazy. That only Catwoman gets them. Not Rebel Troopers, not the drivers, not nobody. Just Catwoman. And a raccoon from the CMF series. Just a raccoon and Catwoman.
The fact that CMFs get dual molded legs and you can't
for a $5 valuation,
$200 set, and you can't get in a $200 set, just blows my mind. It does have an interior. I've seen a few people asking that. This is your interior. Again, it's over minifig scale. It's oversized. It's a UCS set, so a lot of time they will be. So it's not an interior that plays with minifigs, but the detail is at least there, of course. And it looks really good. Looks like actually a few of these pieces are going to be printed, but the unique piece, of course, is going to be a sticker in the middle there. So, take it or leave it, I guess. But the interior looks nice. It's definitely better than what they had in 2006, which was just an empty cavity. So if you watched my review recently, you would have seen that. I guess no rubber bands in this one. That Trooper doesn't have black boots. Pretty sure the ATSD drivers have black boots. Don't know what else they'd be wearing.
Well, so you brought up a good point last night too, how I guess I don't know if it's a bad thing for this set or a good thing for the 06 one, how they do look similar. Like, they really do look similar. Just this modern one actually has some pieces added to it, some tiles and some smaller stuff. But do you think that attributes to the old one aging well, or this one just being maybe a little under-designed? Which way do you think that leans?
Sorry, can you say it again?
So you were saying last night how this one looks pretty similar to the last one. You know what I mean? Just add some tiles, add some smaller stuff. But do you think that relates more to the older one just aging super well, or this new one being under-designed?
No, I think it's a great. So, like, this set, it looks. I don't know how to describe it because it looks great, but it also, the other one, I don't know if the other one was so ahead of its time or if this set looks like it came out in 2016.
So you're not feeling the 19-year gap. Is that what you're pretty much saying?
It doesn't feel like there's been a 19-year gap. No, it doesn't feel like this is 20 years worth of improvements.
That's a very.
It's really like, I don't know how you'd make it better. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's one of those weird sets that just doesn't feel as crazy, but it just is what it is. It's an ATSD. It's a build. It's solid. It looks like what it's supposed to look like. And what more do you want? I don't really want anything else other than dual molded legs. So yeah, I don't know. It looks great. It just looks great. So
yeah,
I don't know about the tan. There's a couple little tan bits on there. I'm going to research that. It's like, just kind of throws off like how, like, I like when it's symmetrical. So obviously, like, the weapons on the side aren't symmetrical, but a lot of the other stuff on it is, especially the color though. There, just wish was gray and gray. There's your hatch. The hatch, I think, is the same size as it is on the minifig scale ones. That's a little crazy. That's actually crazy. But yeah, the detail on it looks nice. It's a good modern UCS set. And I guess it's worth noting, this is a cheaper UCS set. I have been hoping they would do this type of thing for a while now. I've always thought there is a market and just sets that can't or don't need to be done as a $400 UCS set or whatever, right? Like an ATSD, like the original one was a great example when it came out at 80. Getting this under the standard these days is like 200, 230, or sorry, 240, 230. So getting this under that price tag at the very least shows a willingness for Lego to dip below what is kind of their current high watermark for, the UCS sets for pricing. So I don't know.
Well, so pretty much get back in the era of like the Naboo Starfighter and stuff. Like you're saying, like maybe $100 UCS Vulture droid. Well, I mean, would you go $100 UCS Vulture droid?
Yeah, sure. Like you could do UCS, and I really hope that this ushers in 3 UCS sets per year, and they start doing an August UCS set that is
100%, dude. I want 3 years. 100%.
So this could be a much like the gunship where they did it kind of one off as a 3 in a year thing, but and the reason that I could think that is because of the $1,000 Death Star. So maybe they're like, we can fit 3 in this year because we're going to have one that's just so crazy expensive. We got to have something that's like so relatively crazy cheap to that $1,000. Right. So,
well, that's a good point. I mean, maybe they view it the $1,000 one. I mean, that just automatically kind of price locks a certain percentage of the customer base out. Yeah. At least for the short term,
of course, yeah,
and even $1,000, and even for the long term, I mean, they know that set's probably going to be on shelves every bit of 4 to 5 to 6 years, possibly, where it just leads, like their logic is like, all right, it might price lock people out initially, but we're going to have it on shelves for so much longer, so people have time to catch up with that, and let's release a smaller one to kind of make up for it and still fill in that void of people wanting 2 UCS a year.
Yeah. Someone says they can't afford 3 a year. It's all based on the price. I mean, 3 this year is $1,500. The last time they did 3 would have been 2021. And that was 350 plus 800.
AT-AT was there, yeah.
Did the AT-AT release as 8 or 850?
8. It went from 8 to 850.
It was 8 though. So when it came out, it was 800 plus 350. That's 1150 plus, was it 200 for Luke's land speeder originally? So 1350. Yep. So it's only 150 more, and with inflation, yeah, you're pretty much there. So this is basically
all the hikes were summer 22. All the hikes were the following summer.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. But yeah, well, that's the ATST. I gotta catch up on super chats really quick if you don't mind.
Yep.
Brick by Brick Together, thank you for the 10. He says, I really like the turbo tank. I think they knocked it out of the park with the parameters given to them. I don't know if I can I don't know if I can ever play COD with you again. I don't know. Like I feel like it's a Lego set. The world is their oyster when they begin building. It could be anything. It's supposed, you know what I mean? I don't know. I would disagree there. I don't love it. I definitely don't love it. Michael, thank you for the $2. Appreciate that. No comment though. Tyler A says they can't keep getting away with this. Well, I think we're gonna find out. Without saying who, someone that I would respect a lot told me like a year ago that they think the next like big thing to happen to Lego or in the Lego space would be a revolution based on the pricing of the sets. And every day I have seen that become more and more and more true. And I'm like, this guy like knew, I don't know, he knew, you know what I mean? But like, it was like really like one of the smartest things I've seen someone like say about like the Lego space as a whole, and just watching it come true over the last year has been insane to me. So yeah, that was a really on point thing there. Kangaroo with the that's very fitting. $2 Australian. His name is Kangaroo. Thank you. He says, which is better to get, UCS Falcon or Venator? The Falcon. Tyler, opinion on that?
I'll say this much. I haven't built either of them, but I gave up on the Venator after 3 bags, so I'd assume the Falcon I'd like more.
Really? You gave up? What happened?
Well, I effed up. So I effed up on the Technic, and I called it quits. It was one of those things.
Throw it away, buy another one, start over.
Yeah.
That's the only answer.
Yeah, literally 3 bags in, man. All the Technic framing was done, and I packed it up.
Hey, Brick by Brick with another 5. Thank you, sir. He says, Ryan looking like Dwayne The Rock Johnson with a necklace, shirt, and hair. Really? I guess like that young Dwayne The Rock. Oh no, I'm gonna have to stop wearing the necklace now. You're right. Now I got some comments. People are like, I like M&R with black shirt and necklace. So I'm like, new era. That's funny. Couple more here. Sick clones. Thank you for $10. Unfortunately, the clones we have aren't sick. They might be sick though. He says we might as well army build Temu Galactic Marines, bro. I mean, yeah, they'd at least be 47 cents each instead of, I don't know, what's 160 divided by 3 is 60 $70 each. I don't know, something like that. Bad, really bad. Yes, but thank you for the 5. He says Lego being cheaper, using legs from B2 droids just to save on recoloring an extra piece and say, it's close enough equals only the best nowadays. Yeah, we're definitely getting to that when we get to the MTT, which might be next. It's Saturday Slave One, whatever's next when I scroll down. But we'll come back to that idea for sure. Yesmit, thank you. And Bob the Awesome, thank you for the 2, says, this is not worth 200 when Ninjago has 71822 for $150. Let me look that up. 71822. $150. Let me share this. It is 1,700 pieces for 150 Ninjago. I don't know what you know about Ninjago. It has some big, unique wing pieces, though. That's for sure. I don't know. The HSD looks like it's a bit larger. This has multiple figs too.
I mean, I can just never fairly compare Ninjago. It's just, I think the only fair comparison, like value-wise, would be Star Wars and Marvel. Because they're both Disney, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't think it's fair to compare a friend set or Ninjago or a city. I mean, Lego doesn't have to pay anything on those. And like, whether we like it or not, it's just the way of it. You know what I mean? They have to pay it. And as we both know, I mean, Marvel and Star Wars have been both pretty damn bad the past couple of years. So, the one comparison you kind of make there, it's not like, one or the other's really outweighing them. They're both pretty bad.
Yeah. I'm there with you. All right. The Jango Slave 1. I'm gonna run downstairs and grab a drink if you want to.
Well, real
begin
quick, if you want,
your
just if
thoughts
you just
on
want to
this.
answer in one word, and then chat can talk about it as you're gone.
Sure.
I was gonna say on the ATST, was there ever any consideration or desire from you for it to be a Hoth ATST instead? Just because we
Absolutely
already
not.
have a Endor one.
No, absolutely not.
Okay. All right. So you're fine with it being straight, just regular ATST.
Oh, I absolutely prefer it. I think the Hoth ATST was really cool as a one-off playset. It's just derpy looking, and I'd rather have this as the Endor version as the UCS set.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What do you got? What do you guys think, chat? Would you guys want a Hoth one instead?
I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. So Lego Cole says no way. Howdy says I'm so sick of this damn Clone Wars box. So I agree. The 332nd, I'm getting tired of seeing them down there. And I'm just tired of this box art in general. Just with the Greeble effect and the line. I think they should just go back to just something new. I mean, even if they don't go back to how they were doing stuff in the 2010s, I think they just should change it up. I mean, it's been this way for 5 years now. I'm just getting sick of it. Looks like all of you guys are saying Endor. I don't see a single person saying Hoth. I am in agreement there. Adam Scott, though, says yes to go with his UCS AT-AT. That makes sense. Looks great, just insanely overpriced. Okay, yeah, sweet. I held it down.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Let's see. Endor Hoth is overrated. Yeah, you Slave 1. Ready to discuss. All right, what's the first thing you notice when you look at this? You've already watched my video though, so you know where I'm going.
Well, so I guess I won't say. I'll just say like how I initially felt when I saw it. I guess you know what I mean. I'll leave it like how I thought. This set. I will say this. I think for the $70 retail, I am perfectly fine with thinking this is actually worth $70 for the piece count and adding an extra figure compared to the 2021 version. So I think it is. I think this is a set. As much as we don't want to admit it, I think it being $70 makes sense compared to a lot of other values.
So it being 70, like the thought of that being worth it is only fair if you thought the last one was worth 50. So did you think
very good point
worth 50? Because you're
and I guess it's hard to really it's hard to judge that because the 20th anniversary one naturally was 120 and so much better. So like 50 comparatively did seem kind of fine, right?
Like a minifig theoretically is worth $5 max because a CMF, when they're absolute top quality, is $5. So the value we should be putting on a figure is $5 max. Lamasu rather, definitely a $5 figure. So that brings you to 55. And then it's still, even though it has, every set has new molds. There's new molds all the time. That's a repeating cycle. I disagree. Like Lamasu has a new mold. Is that what you guys are saying? Even so, a CMF is $5. They have new molds all the time. It's $5, no matter what, new mold or not. And those are the absolute top quality, best figures we ever get. But most CMFs are better than any Star Wars figure we get in any given year. Just so you guys know. And those are $5. So whether you pay 10 or not, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure that figure is going to go for 15 on the open market for a while. But for a set, it's $5 as like the value it should attribute towards a set. So yeah, I think 60 would be my price on this. I don't know where you're at on that, but that's kind of, it's still the same size, piece count or not, smaller pieces, still same size set.
I mean, do we know it's like? I mean, has there been a side by side yet, or like have you counted the studs or anything? Like, I mean, is it truly the exact same, or is it even one brick taller, one stud longer? Like,
it might be a little bit taller.
Well, I mean, that's why we got to watch the M&R comparison video, right?
Yeah, one of these days. Got so many videos to do. Not looking forward to it. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I gotta do it. But yeah, no, yeah, about the same size still. I don't know. The other thing I thought was weird is like the orientation of the box. I'm gonna really nitpick here, but it's everything matters. Like you're gonna pretend that Lego doesn't think about these things. The orientation of the box, I always visualize the Slave One as a vertical box. I mean, the UCS one was vertical, the original one was vertical for the playset Slave One. Just feels weird that this one was sideways. I don't know, just a thought. Also, seeing the box art just on the front, at least, just not be that cool looking makes me not as upset that the UCS one didn't have box art. That's another takeaway.
Well, am I crazy for thinking that this box art here with kind of how, I mean, it gets the point across, but it's a little bit more dull. You know, the colors aren't as vibrant. This almost looks like, this gives me like, you know, like Star Destroyer vibes, like Falcon vibes of like nothing too crazy behind there, but you know, UCS ones, like where like this would be a good background for the UCS one, but for the play scale one, they could have gone a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more action based. I feel is that a fair take?
Yeah, no, I was also hoping, I agree. I was also hoping that it would better match boxes with, you know, where
The
I'm going.
Kenobi one. So it would actually, you
Obi-Wan
could actually
Kenobi
make it look like they're
Starfighter.
actually like right behind each other. Yeah.
It just felt like this one should be flying on Camino as well. I don't know, but it also makes sense. They probably wanted to represent both Camino and flying around Geonosis or whatever. And so having it landed on the landing pad, you have to have it landed on the landing pad. So Camino has to be the back no matter what. But I also like, how often do we get sets? Like I got, you know, actually fair point to myself here. I flip this around here. The Obi-Wan Kenobi Starfighter had both Camino front and back.
Ooh, so this might actually look better displaying both on like on the back sides. It might look better side by side.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're definitely right. This would be a really killer combo on the back. It's also kind of interesting. The color is much more blue on Kenobi, much more gray with the Slave One. I don't know if you're kind of.
I like that personally. I like that.
And forth. So I think that's an interesting just difference when you hold them side by side. What was the other deal here? Right. So not putting Darth Vader on the front of the box and putting the 332nd Trooper like it's a Clone Wars set is certifiably insane. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They made the whole box art system back in 2020. I mean, I guess they really started in 2019, right? Wasn't the Vader's Castle really the first set in late 2018 that had that kind of, it had the white strip on top and then the Vader on the top right?
Oh, yep.
And so the Vader would mean one of the 9 movies, and then everything else would kind of get its subset, with the exception of the Rise of Skywalker for a little while having its own separate thing, and then they kind of axed that. But this one should have Darth. It just should have Darth Vader. I don't know. I do like in a perfect world though, or in a world where I guess Lego was not silly. Like the box art being this consistent over, like this is why Lego needed to do what they're doing with the box art. They just need to execute it better. But like the fact that they released Obi-Wan's Starfighter in 2022, and now they're releasing Jango Fett's Starship Slave One in 2025, and the box like key arts on, again, idealistically this would have been Vader with blue strip. They should have matched perfectly.
Yeah.
And you're looking at sets released 3 years apart and the boxes still match. Like, think about that happening from 2011 to 2014. Like, you just have completely different box styles and it looks and so I like it, but it's stuff that they just don't do it the right way, that even for the rules that they set out themselves.
Well, it's crazy how, I mean, at least from what I know, I mean, you might know this more than me, but like Black Series did it, and I mean, and they were pretty on point, right? I mean, they did not fumble it pretty much ever.
Yeah.
But Lego's been fumbling it, like with the color coordination thing and the. I mean,
so nonsensical.
I'll admit it's a cool. Like I guess where I'm getting a little sick of this is just the fact that we've learned there is really no rhyme or reason that they do. Like, you know what I mean? Like 3-4 years ago, I think, you know, sure, it was newer as is, but even then, like, I mean, I think we were a little bit more confident about how, like, hey, like this could actually end up being pretty cool after 5-6 years. But now we've just realized that, like with most things, they gave up. they just stopped trying.
If they had done it perfectly, which is not hard to do, this is one of the easiest things to do because it requires no actual work, just knowing which character and color to choose that's already predetermined. It would be phenomenal. I know people want new art every year, but I kind of enjoy this style and idea. It's just not done right. So it kind of erases that whole thought, I guess. So yeah. Anyway, you got that same carrying cart, Tyler. We got the carrying cart that does the display stand thing. Yippee. Seismic charge.
Very, very, very poor little build.
I mean, I don't know how you would do it better at this scale. My thought in my video was doing a print on it, and
Yep.
would have been nice. Someone said lamp again. Little lamp side build would have actually done decently in this set. Actually, though, could have worked. Definitely could have worked. I mean, we'll see at the back of the Kenobi. No, you don't see a lamp there, but I'm pretty sure there's a lamp in the games or something. Like it's definitely got to be there in the movies too. I remember watching it back, like preparing to do some reviews. So anyway, what else you like here? Anything else you really got to talk about?
Well, the thing is, I mean, I know it's not new, but like I always do appreciate when they integrate a way to actually stand up the thing. I give them credit. It's cool. I think most of these flying ships, especially, they should have something like this. I give them credit. I like being able to display it without having to have your own thing or buy something separate. I like it. You know, I think it's a cool little addition.
I love how the Brickset article like has no opinion. It's just straight facts. This is a building toy for boys, girls, and any fans aged 9+. Want to enjoy quality building time with your young star? I think they just copied and pasted the like Lego Lego.com description you would see. You know, it was crazy when I was like, I recorded my video earlier, and I'm like, there was some rumor going around for a while, and they said that you could put 2 minifigs in the cockpit. Well, you clearly can't do that here. And then I'm like staring at it, and I see these eyes behind Jango Fett. And I'm like, oh my God, you can actually fit 2 figures inside. That's really cool, but equally ridiculous because of how small this set is and how small the cockpit is. Like in this is right behind me. In 2002, like you had this large cockpit area where 2 figures fit comfortably. What's the good joke? It's like the back seat of my Mustang. It's like, yeah, you can have 4 people fit in my car, but it really does only fit 2. If you put 2 more people in my car, they're not having a good time unless they're 8 years old, so they're small enough to actually fit back there, right? If it's adults, it's not a good. It's a tight squeeze. So this feels like that in a car to me.
Well, ironic you talk about that. We got a little brickroll picture of just how ridiculous that looks, man.
Let me make you full screen.
I mean, dude, it is.
You think when that driver's seat is back? Who's that on the right?
A coupe in the passenger. It's Maul's Vengeance in the back, and then CJ Padawan HQ in the other corner.
So yeah,
I mean, it's
when
bad.
your driver's seat goes back, that's not going to be a good time for them.
No, literally, dude. I mean, they could even vouch for me. I mean, it was to the point where I'm literally over the wheel, bro. I can't do it. Like that's just not how it's supposed to be, and that's what it does remind me of that as well in this cockpit.
Yeah, it also ain't fun for the driver. It doesn't look fun for Jango. He's like pushed up against the windscreen like this.
Well, look, I mean, dude, his legs are literally touching the front glass. I mean, he's got no leg room. He's got nothing.
How did they do it on the?
He can't even stretch out his toes.
312. Hold on. Let's look at the Boba Fett starship real quick here. Let's see how close he was to the windscreen. I guess he was the same distance to the windscreen. It looks like they just took some stuff out from behind. So you're probably losing the. That's not a good angle. You're probably losing the control panel that's behind him. True. Have a figure stand back there, but yeah, no, same. That was pretty squeezed there too. So.
Oh yeah, no controls in front of Jango either. He's just sitting sitting at the glass.
It is what it is. What are you gonna do? You have to use your imagination. Quit kicking my seat, Boba. Yeah, literally. That's hilarious. Control panel headset. You know, I don't even think this is gonna include the hairpiece for Boba or Jango. Sorry, I'm not seeing it. They don't show anything with a hairpiece.
That's a very good point. Yeah, usually it would just be sitting like loose on one of those white background images, right?
But yeah, this should. I know we don't. We're not seeing it here, but like, this basically confirms that they're not gonna include the hairpiece, and then also include like a printed like microphone piece face that they should have included in the UCS set anyway. But so I guess the big question is now: will they release a Jango Fett keychain next year to make you spend $6 more to get the arm printing on Jango Fett?
Look, if there was a way to bet on one of those like betting apps, like Kalshi or something like that, and like about whether they were gonna do a Jango keychain next year, I'd put a couple $100 into that. On the yes side.
Really?
100%.
I guess
Dude. I mean,
I guess I would lean towards yes. I wouldn't bet money on it. But I
May
also
1st, 2024 or 2026. May 1st.
I think it's really lame of Lego. Like, I either put the figure in the set with the arm printing or don't. Like, why? Like, you're making people spend $6 more as a DLC. It's literally nickel and diming Lego Star Wars fans. That is what they're doing with that. Instead of just providing it to people at a $70 set, they're just nickel and diming them for $6 more. But and then at the same time being like, oh, you're a UCS fan, and it's like this cheeky, like, well, technically it's exclusive, and it's like, well, now everyone feels bad.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think UCS should have exclusive fig variants. I'm in that bucket, but I also
am too. 100%.
I also very much see the point of the best possible figure should be available in every set every time, because it should be the best for your money every time. Goes both ways. But yeah, the keychain thing I think is Lego's latest invention to just sell more keychains and like, oh, look at all the money we're making on keychains now. We're nickel and diming them. Which one is it? I mean, I like exclusive figs. I prefer that. But like I said, I can see the other side of the argument. I understand where people are coming from, and I also understand how expensive Lego is here and how overpriced some of these sets are. And it's like, well, if it's going to be overpriced, it should at least be perfect. As I was saying with the turbo tank, it's going to be 160, at least have everything be perfect. And then I kind of defend it. It's kind of hard. But yeah, I think, especially if I know they didn't say Jango's exclusive, right? But if you say it's exclusive, like Captain Rex, you can't go back on that. That's silly. It's much worse than anything else. Anyway, yeah, I like this. I saw people talk about how they wanted. Give me a second here. I saw a lot of people talk about, well, why didn't they just do this one as the 20th anniversary size Slave one? This would be $150 at least today.
Yeah, I mean, it's
UCS
too much competition for the UCS. I mean, on the shelf at the same time, that's gonna severely hurt UCS sales. This one, at least, is small enough where people like myself and thousands of other probably, where you care more about the size of stuff. You look at it, the now $70 one is objectively too small for some people, and they're like, all right, let me get a bigger version of what I like and go get the UCS one. Compared to if they did 20th anniversary size, a lot of people would probably just spend the 150 compared to 300. Exclusive.
Yeah, I agree. That was funny. Yeah, all right. That's the Slave one. I like the set. I just the young Boba was still garbage. I don't even think about him. I mean,
are we gonna do a little Llama Su talk?
Great figure. What else? What else is there to say? Great figure. Fantastic. 10 out of 10. It's that weird double-edged sword where if something's bad, you can discuss it much more length. It's just a fantastic. Looks great. There's not
at this current point with what we've seen, and I guess we could factor in even like the V19 stuff, I guess. But like, I guess whether you want to or not, I mean, does this fit? I just like a rough thing. Is this like a top 2, a top 3? Like, what do you think of the year? I mean, in January, I can't think of anything. I mean, Clone Pilot might be able to be a top 5, right? One of those guys.
If it had dual molded legs, which by the way, the Galactic Marine should have had dual molded legs with dark gray on top and white on the bottom, and had a waist cape. Should have had both. But anyway.
And then, I mean, May, I'm trying to think. I mean, Jango naturally. Would you put Jango as a contender of like a top 3 so far, at least?
Contender, yeah. If it had the microphone, microphone face print, we'd be there.
But other than that, I mean, there's pretty much no other figs.
Someone says
May, right? I mean, the Dedra was dust. I mean, so at this current point, I mean, like, is it safe to almost make like a pre-assumption that Kenobi from the V19, Llama Su, and possibly Jango Fett would be like current top 3, possibly?
Yeah, I mean, we also have the Death Star coming though too. And
well, I think there's going to be, if they do it right. I mean, I think the Death Star is going to take up those top 3 potentially itself. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think there's potential there for some very crazy figs.
Find a lifestyle photo of this Slave one because I've seen it. Past 24 hours. I've seen it, and it shows Llama Su. Someone said the leg print's going to be terrible for Llama Su. Oh, here's
Oh, the white on the black. Damn, I didn't even think about
let's
that.
see. Open image in new tab. It looks fine to me.
I mean, it's definitely got a little grayish hue to it. I mean,
I don't
but it
know.
doesn't.
I'm not seeing it, but yeah, I mean, it'll be one of those things. As soon as you get it in hand, right, it's gonna be bad. But I
Yeah,
hope not. I
yeah.
really hope not. It certainly looks like a 10 out of 10 perfect minifig, but you never know. It's Lego. So I'm very hyped for that one though. I think that's just beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, Plo Koon. Yeah, Plo Koon.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Plo Koon would probably take out
This is
Jango then, right?
maybe, yeah. Double King, good point. They have Photoshop lifestyle pictures in the past, so yeah, I can't put it past them. I guess you never know. Now that can of worms is open. Anyway, scrolling on down past all that, we're on to the MTT. Oh boy, I mean, this has been a long time coming. This is 10 years we wanted this one. More than that.
I mean,
Made the mini one
16
13
technically. I
years
mean,
ago.
season 1 of Clone Wars, right? Oh wait.
That would be 2008. Yeah, shoot, even longer. Oh boy. So let's see. What do you think here? First thought.
So like my first sentence for this was the build looks very polished. I think it looks like a polished build. It's
Yeah.
great to see it in this color scheme finally. It's of course objectively smaller.
It's bigger than 2014. Like the length is longer.
Oh yeah, you were saying that last. Oh yeah, so but even I mean it's smaller than MTT is like one of the toughest ones because you know that 07 one, as we know, it was just insane. So like the bar is too high almost there. But I mean, so it is smaller. I mean, I wish it was 07 size, of course, like most of us probably do. But yeah, I mean, I think the build itself, that's kind of my take. Other than that, I mean, when we get into the stap, of course, I got kind of my gripe with the stap. And I do think the fig lineup here, I'm not the biggest. I mean, just looking at it, the B1s or whatever. I mean, I can't really say I like them or hate them. They just are what they are. Bly, I think, is not the best. Ayla Secure, I think, is a downgrade. And the Commando droids, I'm still not sold on that gray. So there's a kind of my initial thoughts.
Oh no, he's right. I didn't even look at the back. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Oh,
Wait, what am I missing? What am I missing about on the terrible aspect of it?
it's
Just too bland?
So detail flat.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume it's supposed to be. Let me grab my 2014 one. Hold on.
Firelord says in terms of modern clone sets, it's solid. Which one? The Turbo Tank Firelord?
I just feel like it's supposed to be detailed like this, you know, where it's got.
Yeah, have a couple little bars. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a plate. That's unfortunate. Man, I didn't realize that at all. You're killing me, bro. Killing me. Why you gotta point that out? It's ruined. Not gonna be able to unsee that. Flat. So, what do we got here? I mean, I guess we gotta start with minifigs. I gotta count real quick the height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's about 20 studs tall, kind of melding some together there. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. They're about the same height. And then the new one should be like 3 or 4 studs longer. So that's not bad.
Okay. Yeah,
that's not bad on size. Because I actually, like, having built this, like the size, like again, 2007, hard to compete with, but the size isn't horrible if it's done right. And this one looks like the side panels don't have a bunch of gaps and the shaping is much better. Like if the shaping was better on this one, I would love it, I think. And so I'm hoping that's how I feel about this one, but we'll see. Anyway, so figures, yeah.
Yeah, I guess let's start there. Yeah.
All right, Ayla Sakura. Go ahead if you want to give your thoughts, I guess.
she picked the wrong lipstick to put on that morning, bro. I mean, because it's the peach. It's just objectively wrong. It's just objectively like.
I can't believe I have to talk about the lipstick color on Ayla Sakura.
Well, I agree.
Can't believe that.
Yeah, and your video was funny. I agree. Like it's awkward to talk about whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, it sucks that we got to be talking about this, but like it is just objectively wrong, and they objectively did it right 2 other times. Like that is the fact of it. Like awkward or not, like it's just a fact. It's wrong. People think it's nice. At least it's got people's, yeah.
Like, it's just one of those things. It's like I would never talk about in a review. Like if you watch my review of the 2017 fighter tank or the 2010 turbo tank that also has Ayla here, I would never ever even think to talk about, oh great, the color of the lips, they're pink, that's proper, that's accurate. I would never even think to talk about that. But as soon as it's wrong, now I have to talk about it. It sucks. It's such a dumb thing to have to talk about, but you have to. It's just improper. And it's because I don't know if you guys, I can't show it. I'm not going to show it, but there's this, if you go online, you might be able to find someone has like this figure like leaked in hand, probably stolen from the factory, but they put it next to the 2017 one. And that is where it's super. That's what I saw it. And it was like the only major difference that I saw. And I was like, why would they change that? And then I immediately looked up, Googled up Clone Wars and everything. And in literally everything I could find, pink lips, pink lips, every single piece of media has pink lips. This one, obviously, the color's a little orangish because of the sky or whatever, but pink lips. So seeing it without pink lips, and now I'm like, what?
I mean, you know what it almost looks like, man? It almost looks like she has like blue face paint on, and like she didn't like cover her lips. You know what I mean? Like it almost looks like there's like skin tone below that. That's almost the vibe it gives me, man. Like she like didn't fully put the blue on her face.
66 scenes, her lips are vibrant pinkish. They're just they're pink, bro. Let me make this like super clear on here. This is the Clone Wars rendition of that. It's pink as pink can be. It's just pink. It just is. I don't know. It's pink in everything else. It's pink in like the character headshots. It's pink.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna crash out.
People are still claiming live action as Peach, man. I'm not seeing the Peach in live action, but some chatters are still thinking that.
It's clearly not. It's literally not. I literally showed it all. Anyway, that's all right. They can be wrong. Doesn't matter. Next, we got the Battle Droid pilot, which is.
Well, I have one more take on Ayla, just real quick, and I don't know. I'll just leave it broadly like this. You know, like again, not getting into anything. I'll just leave it at this. I think the legs have more detail than they did in the past, which is a good thing. More detail is better. All right.
A little footprinting there at the bottom. Actually, didn't notice that.
Well, yeah, and then I'll leave it at this. Torso has less detailing. Like I'll leave it broad like that. Legs have more detailing. Torso has less detailing. So like it's just the give or take, I guess. You know what I mean? Like in a perfect world, you want all the detail there, but like I think that's just the easiest way to kind of put that without getting like specific and weird about it or whatever. You know.
I know it's unfortunate, Sparky, but that's what Lego Star Wars has come to. That's the level of stuff that they've made worse nowadays. A grown man got it wrong in Denmark, so now we have to talk about it. Crazy. It's crazy how that butterfly effect works, right? Well, they do matter because it's wrong and it was right before. So I'm gonna point it out. So I don't know. Clip that. Anyway, the battle droids. So we got the blue pilot droid, just like the May 4th promo. Looks fine. Nothing new, crazy. Nothing.
No.
And then we have the battle droid. Wow, a whole battle droid. You get 6 of them, and you get less battle droids in this set than the
GWP, right?
The GWP, yeah. You still get 6 like normal ones, but you only get 1 pilot. So total battle droid B1s, 7 versus 8. Insane.
Well, think about the era where like the 2015, like that random droid carrier gives you like 12, bro. And it's like, more than the MTT back then, the MTT now, it's like, what are we doing, man? A random droid carrier. twice as many droids.
Yeah, you get half as many regular droids in the turbo tank as you do this set. And that should tell you everything that's wrong with both sets.
Well, they should have taken those 3 from the turbo, put them in here.
Do we think it's time for an upgrade on the battle droid mold? I don't think they should ever change it. I think they have perfected it, and they should never ever change what they have here. Thoughts?
I think the only my biggest thing with that is I think going on to like the 26th year next year we're on the 26th year now. I mean, going on to like the 27th year next year, and having it. I mean, again, I don't know. You know, I think an upgrade would be nice. I think just always improving would be a good thing to happen. But it almost makes me think, dude, 27 years worth of battle droids that like everyone has. Like, I mean, whether we like it or not, like these are dated in the sense of like there's zero print, there's no mobility on it. So like if they were to upgrade it, of course it would be full posability, maybe some.
I don't know. You can say zero print while we're staring at one with print. Oh, for the head.
Well, no, for the regular B ones. I mean, just for straight regular B ones. I guess that's what I'm talking. I mean, yeah, sure, they have the torso for like the pilots and securities and everything, but I'm just speaking like full regular B ones. You know, that most people probably have 100, 500, 1,000 of them just from getting them through sets.
Most people have 1,000.
Well, yeah, 1,000. So I think it's going to be just a hard thing to be like, here's a totally brand new one, posability, black eyes, everything. Forget about your old 1,000 of them that are dated. Now we expect you to grab another 1,000 of this new one. Like I think that's the hardest thing after 27 years.
Yeah.
Because it's not just like a little 5-year period of clones, you know what I mean? Like where it's like, hey, on to the next 5-year period. It's not like, you know, Rebels or Stormtroopers, like a little 5. It's literally 5 times as long as some of these other eras of these figures.
Yeah. Okay, that's a bunch of subtle torso. All right. Well, let's scroll to the right for the big unveiling. The Commando Droid. Oh, it does have some printing on the Commando Droid. That does look really nice, like the rib look.
Well, yeah, the rib things those are nice. That's nice.
This one also had printing on its torso back in the day, so that's not necessarily anything new. It definitely had the red dot. I don't know if they had more detail like that. I didn't know they could print on the rib, actually. Well, no, we definitely can't. We knew that because they do on here on the left on the pilot, so that does make sense. You just don't usually see it in that fashion. So that from that aspect, the print detail looks nice. It'd be nice if they got the color right. So there's that. You know, I don't know.
I mean, it is kind of fun. I mean, it is funny to think that, I mean, there's a world where maybe they were just the cheap guys they were, and they just wanted to not have to recolor the new molded Super Battle Droid legs. Maybe that is truly the reason why they made them pearl dark gray.
That's what I've seen is people saying that it's that they're being cheap and that they didn't make it brown specifically because the Super Battle Droid already exists in this color, and so they have the legs in that color. But then that doesn't really stand up because they still have. Well, yeah. Well, that's yes, that's true.
Because I mean, they molded them in black. You know what I mean? So like they did.
I agree. That's true. But the Battle Droid torso or the Commando Droid torso and arms had to be in a gunmetal color, which they weren't previously. So, yeah, it should be brown. I don't know why this is so difficult. Here it is in the Clone Wars. I'll pull it up. I'm gonna make it a big screen here. It's clearly brown. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you could say it's like a grayish brown, but there is 75% hue of brown.
There's like the actual release like photo from Star Wars or PNG from the clone. Like it's clearly brown. I couldn't use the word gray. I guess you could use the word grayish, but it's still, yeah, like you 75% brown. It's brown.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, I think purple's the better accent color to complement it.
Purple.
Well, no, but like, no, I think it's more purplish brownish than grayish brownish. You get what I'm saying there? Is that a fair thing?
Yeah.
I think there's more purple to it than gray. That's for sure. I
cannot believe they made these silver gunmetal gray. I don't I've tried to figure out where in Star Wars media they are that color, and I have not been
Yo,
able
Ryan,
to
can
do
you look
so.
up while you're on images? Can you look up Lego Umber Brown or like just Lego Brown color palette, whatever? Like, there's like a little wheel of like all the browns.
Let
'Cause I don't know
me
if you saw my story. I did a story post a couple yeah, that one over there. I think
do this
Umber
top.
Brown up there would have worked.
Yeah. Do they not make the same brown color that they used to for these then?
No, they do. They do. But like if they
Oh, of
wanted
course.
I just truly do think Umber Brown, I think it has that lighter shade that adds a hint of gray, hint of purple, compared to like just straight dark brown that they did before. I vote for Umber Brown personally. And I see some people in the chat also saying, but I mean, what's your thoughts on that? I mean, you think they should have just been straight dark brown like they were?
It should have been a brown color. I mean, the dark brown would work. It's clearly in the Clone Wars that dark brown color is going to be your closest match. When you look at it actually in media, I'm not going to really compare it to the Black Series one because that's also equally going to be wrong if it's gray. If we're comparing it to actual like canonical Star Wars media, that's what really matters here. I don't know how they got to that color. I just like, let me pull up this Black Series one here. So, I mean, the Black Series one even still has the brown tint to it. Like, that's not gray. Like, look at the gun. The gun is gunmetal gray, and it is not gray. It's still a different color.
I mean, that looks like sand purple to me, man.
Sure, yeah, that's a really good comp. Yeah, the gun is gray. The character is not gray. That should be all the point you need there. They are definitely gray in season 7. Which episode?
Well, here's the thing that I've seen so many people say. People are also in the chat saying they're gray in Battlefront, and I'm very curious your take on this, man. But think about it. I mean, they did the 501st Battle Pack, based off of Battlefront. They've done a couple other design choices off of Battlefront. A lot of commenters somehow recently in the past year or two have kind of said, "Oh, it was this way in Battlefront." Like, I mean, are they
again?
I mean,
the gun is
Madison
gray.
O'Neil looking at Battlefront images and not real images when he's doing this stuff?
The gun is gray, and the head is not the same color as the gun. It's clearly much more brown. I don't know. It's not gray. That's not gray. The gun is gray. You can tell the difference because the gun is your base.
And now people are saying gray in Bad Batch season. Yeah, right. I mean, dude.
The gun is gunmetal gray. Where do you think the color gunmetal gray came from? Oh my goodness. Colorblind. You know how else you know the gun is gray? Because it matches the gray color of my browser.
Oh, yeah.
Much more closely than the black of the picture bars. It's not black. It is not black. Y'all are crazy. No wonder they can't get the color right. Everyone, it was gray in my dream. All right, fair. At least we're being honest with ourselves. Oh. Okay. Let's take care of that real quick. But yeah.
Do you want to? Because I think I brought this up last night, man. If they were to do the gray scheme here, or I guess even just in general, I think like knowing that they were willing to do a different color, although it's a new mold to begin with, it just makes me think like I wish they would have put the Camino commando droid, like the training droids, in the Camino set. I mean, you want to pull up a picture of that maybe real quick?
I agree. Yeah. Here they are. Hold on.
I mean, I really do think, I mean, if we were to get these, like if they were to just kind of go crazy with the colors, it's like, why not just have, bro, imagine that white one, have one of them in the Camino, the Camino training thing.
No, that would have been sick.
Because then we have a white one, a gray one, a brown one. I think at that point, why not? We just might as well do it if they're going to be doing molds in different colors and stuff.
I mean, if I could see somewhere where it was gray, if it's clearly gray in some piece of Star Wars media and that's what they base it on, cool. Done. Yeah. But I'm not finding it anywhere. Let me share this. I'm hoping that this video, I'm just going to kind of skim through it here, but this video will actually show these characters in map, because I think that would show. Oh yeah, perfect. Genos is not going to be the best color.
That's
I guess.
Not ideal.
It's red all over it. Yeah, it's red, guys. Problem solved. We were all wrong. Can I get it on a more neutral colored map? Yes. Okay. Let's see here.
Gotta find it on like Alderaan.
Good lighting. I might have to pay for this game. It's clearly not gray. All right. We've settled this.
Yeah, I mean that's matching all the. That's literally
That
looking
is
like
clearly
Yeah.
not gray.
Yeah.
That's as again, you can see the gun there. It's as clearly not gray. Like, if you think this is gray, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that's the same color as Clone Wars.
It's gray in Bad Batch Season 2. All right, people keep saying it's gray in different places, and I'm not finding those. So if someone can send me a
Draft.
picture
What
on
what
Instagram,
episode?
find me the proof. I'd love to see it if I can see it in gray. That way, for my review, I have it right, because my review is like, I'm here to give my opinion on it at first reaction. But if I'm wrong, I want to have that proper for my review. So please send me a DM on Instagram with a picture and a timestamp of where it came from, if you can, or a link at least. I can try to track it down. But I need somewhere to point to be like, here it was. And I haven't seen that yet. All right. So we're gonna move off the commando droids, because otherwise we're gonna spend all night talking about which color it is, because some of y'all need to go to your local eye doctor.
I don't know if you found this weird. They did not give us a close up of Bly.
Of course not. Yeah, you wanted to make sure nobody can tell how garbage the figure is. So, a couple things going on with Bly here. There's a lot wrong with him. We're gonna have to look up that guy's Instagram again. I'm gonna
I was gonna say, does he have something?
See if he's dropped his Commander Bly breakdown. Yeah. Let's see. Gotta check. No new stories. I'm gonna DM him and say, can you do Bly?
I mean, maybe he did one. When
he did. He DM'd me earlier, so hopefully he'll see my DM back. So we'll see.
Maybe he did one for Bly when the Mexico factory one was on eBay. Maybe, possibly. It's like maybe it's in like his archive already done.
I don't know. I don't see anything, but I'm not going to spend all night looking right now. But possibly. I just asked him to do Bly, so we'll see what he says, I guess. All right, let's find Bly. Let's find some pictures of him from as far. He's as far away as possible in all the pictures.
Yeah.
All right, Slop Trooper number 23. What do we got? Yellow markings with white legs and no waist cape.
Just an example, dude, of here's my take on the stuff with no waist capes. These clones, these commanders and captains just look top heavy, bro. Like, they look top heavy to me. They look like, I don't know. They look like a football player with a bunch of bulk up top, skinny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just no, like, the waist cape just added accuracy, texture, and a little bit of bulk to the bottom half of the fig. They just look awkward. They look like they're gonna fall over, man. Like, truly, like they look like if you just literally puff a little air on them, they're just gonna fall right over.
Yeah, no, I'm there with you. So here's your close up of Bly.
Man, those macros look a little weird on him, right? I mean, am I crazy there? Or is that just like the lighting?
They put them on upside down.
Oh, okay.
People in charge. Like, this is again, like, nobody at Lego actually cares about clone troopers, and this is like another just hilarious. Like, of course they did it like fun. That. Of course. Yeah, it already looks bad enough. Why not? Obviously, having it wrong in the picture is the least of any issue, because whatever, but still funny. Yeah, so the pauldron, I saw someone say that this was back when it first leaked, that they should have extended the mold to go to the edge of the shoulder on the left side, so that it matched up to the print on the bottom or on the top of the torso, and that would have, I think, been really all you could do better there. So I do wish they had done that. Otherwise, like the ammo pouches, there's only 2 ammo pouches on the top left instead of the accurate 3. How do you feel about that?
Oh, man.
See the same thing repeated with the 327th tomorrow, I think. But go ahead. What do you think about that?
I'm almost thinking of the point, dude, that he's just sitting there designing these figs, and he just at every single design choice, he says, "Hey Siri, flip a coin," and it's just like, do it right or do it wrong. I mean, it's heads do it right, tails do it wrong, bro. That's what I'm feeling like.
Yeah. So then, if you look at there we go. If you look at the 2005 327th Trooper, which technically this
He has
version
the
came
he
out in
has the 3,
2007,
bro. That's
it has 3. So why are we making it worse now?
Oh
Oh
my
my
God,
god,
bro.
it's so
The
difficult. You know, the
05
other
has
the other
3.
thing this one does better, which is crazy. You can't see it in these pictures of Bly. You can see it in the leaked pictures that are online of the physical one that's stolen from the factory. So I'm not going to show that. But it has the top down, you got the yellow line, it stops at the black, and then there's the gap, and then it continues. That's how it's supposed to be. But with the new figures, it's just yellow all the way down. Because why make it accurate when you can make it
Oh,
work?
so the new one, so in between the black line and the top of the
Like
visor,
right
there's
above
still
the
yellow?
eyes, it's
Yeah.
supposed to be blank like it is there. That's accurate. That's not like some
Damn.
printing limitation that they had in 2005. That was like the proper way to do it. They did it, and they didn't carry that over 20 years later. It's absurd to me that stuff like that is allowed and not like I don't know how they are paying someone God knows how much money to like just do that wrong. Like, I don't know. It just blows my mind. I don't know. I'm kind of crashing out. It's been so many years of bad clone troopers. Like, at some point, something's got to give. And it ain't going to be me because they got it. I'm not giving up on it.
I mean, the crazy part about all
I'm
this,
not
man,
saying this figure looks great. Like, the base of it, like, it's old, it's dated. But for the time, it had a style, and there are aspects of it that are more accurate than we're getting on new figures, which makes no sense. That shouldn't happen. It shouldn't be possible. That's my point.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, I know you're starting.
Well, I was gonna just say, I mean, imagine all it would take is just if we could somehow in this universe just change, you know, the second 2 in 2025 to a 1 and have it be 2015. I mean, imagine just like how much more exciting this stream would be, you know, how positive both us and all the people in the chat would be, the hype, how, you know, how many more people would be standing in line on August 1st. It's just unreal. Truly something special, man, on those 2010 clones.
Again, it's much like what I said with the Galactic Marines. Like, I refuse to accept like the idea that if I look at this and I can reasonably say in 10 years ago and 11 years ago in 2014 it would have been better. Oh, should Stone hop on? That actually would, that would be kind of funny. If this figure came out 10 years ago, it would be better than it is today. That right there, it doesn't matter if the figure is good enough or fine. That sentence of factually, everybody knows this. If this figure came out 10 years ago, it'd be better than it is now. Should be the end all be all of any argument. You can't, you're in bed. That's even better. That's exactly where I want you. I hope you're wearing that whole outfit in bed too. Oh, Jesus. No, I agree, Nocturne. I agree. But yeah, it's like if this figure came out 10 years ago, I got you. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I know there's more sets tomorrow. So yeah, it's like, bro, 10 years ago would have been better.
So, I mean, pound for pound, man, you know, naturally in 2014, 2015, it would have ended up being, you know, the oversized cloth pauldron, you know, like, so do you at least give them, I'm not even saying give them credit, but like, I mean, just which one? I mean, like this one, of course, is better, right? Like this on a 2014 style would have been the ultimate move, right? Over the cloth.
Yeah, the pauldron is, I think, an upgrade. Builder Jordy, this is what's known as a straw man argument. Yes, if 2005 came out today, it would not be up to today's standards. It came out in 2005, though. For 2005, it was the best they'd ever released to that point. Then came like the 2014-ish era of figures, which improved upon that vastly. And now we've seen a retraction of that. And like, just like I mentioned, like small things with small details. That's a straw man argument, though.
Yeah.
But yes, you're not wrong. 2005 wouldn't quite fly today. So, but that's again, besides the point. So Jesus. Someone said I look like Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Said like look up like young Dwayne the Rock Johnson and then come back and tell me what you think about that. But yeah. Anyway, Slime the minifig guy is crazy. That's crazy.
Damn.
He's going Nickelodeon. Oh, okay. The other takeaway from all this is, and you can't, I guess it'll be more of a talking point tomorrow with the 327th troopers. Excuse me, hold on. It does seem like they fixed the prints for the top of the helmet.
Dude, I know.
You gotta ignore the
God.
Yeah,
I knew it looked off right when I saw it, man. I knew.
the print's not like bowing out or anything crazy. I wish was better. I think GCC still does it better, but we have improved in one aspect for the first time in 5 years. Clone Troopers have gotten a little bit better.
Yeah.
We take that.
Yeah,
I
guess.
salute you, whoever runs the printing machine. For the first time in 5 years, we've seen one aspect get marginally better. All right. And that's all they get. Let's see them get perfect like they should be now. No, I don't think it's Photoshop. We've seen the leaked in hand pictures. I don't think so. I disagree. So yeah. Unbrick Me, thank you for the 5. Says I love the Separatist vehicles. Also, Unbrick Me is the king of Lego Technic. That's crazy. Lego Technic. What a theme. The worst theme to be the king of, because you have to actually build that, and that seems like a terrible time. It's horrible to build that much Technic. Okay, have we even talked about the MTT build?
Well, it's kind of funny. All the Technic cars I've ever gotten, it's the one set that this is the one like theme that I'm fine with buying a used copy on Marketplace because someone already went through the hassle of building the Technic car. That's the one theme I'm down with buying a built used one of.
That's funny. That's a really good
point,
though. That
dude, 24 hours of putting those together, man, miserable.
Mm-hmm. All right, what do you think? Sorry, I'm gonna take another sip here. Go
ahead. Like I said, polished. 6 droid sucks. The printed dish, great. I do like the accuracy and the attention to detail, sticker or not, of the little like technical like vulture droid, I guess eye equivalent things up top, the red things.
Yeah, those look cool.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's really no gaps to it. The shaping does look better than 2014 just based off of these, of course, like when you get them next to each other. I mean, it'll be a lot easier to see every angle of it. Yeah, so I mean, look, I'll be the first one to say, man, I mean, conceptually, it excites me. I mean, it gets me way more excited than the turbo tank. First of its kind, in a larger scale, but smaller than what I hoped. And that's really that. I mean, I think everything else about it, there's really nothing bad about it, in my opinion, besides just the fact that it's not as big as I would have hoped.
Right. No, yeah. And it's when you do the inflation from 2007, like the size of that one is way bigger than this. And its inflation numbers to today are about it's like the same retail price as this is. So the size just still doesn't make sense to me for the money.
Yeah.
But it's more acceptable when it's well finished off, polished, like you said. It feels a lot more polished than 2014. Like the technology is now there to make an MTT look pretty good at this scale. So I definitely can appreciate that. The function is on the roof. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. It does. It's like I thought, it's a canister on top, but it's also like kind of ruining how clean the top of the MTT could and would have been. So I don't know. I don't know how you feel about that, Tyler, but having that knob on the top is,
I don't know. I think it would look. I think it would have looked better on the side, but
I agree. I'm very used to it on the side, so that goes a long way towards what I think would look better. Just kind of looking at the side here, let's see. Maybe, I mean, I assume it just wouldn't have fit in the design. Obviously, that's probably why they put it where they put it, but
it could have gone right where one of those the little 2x2 dark bluish gray, like the double slope. I mean, it could have been on one side of there. I mean,
maybe
make it a dark bluish gray thing.
Yeah,
I guess. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I kind of hate that they don't give you a good shot of it all closed up. They're kind of hiding that, it feels like.
Yeah, something's open in every picture.
Because if you look at the...
You think there might be a hidden gap somewhere, maybe?
No, I think it's because it looks bad when it's all closed up. Hold on, I gotta find...
I think you said it in your video too. I think this is one of the best, like, kind of worked in or like semi-hidden stud shooters in a modern set.
Yeah. Looking bad might not be the right exact term, but like when it's all closed up, the proportions of the cannons on the front look horrible. And I think that's why they kind of hide that. At least I feel like it. They should be longer. Like they've always been longer on the sets. Like, and they're supposed to be longer. If I looked it up, just to be sure. You never know. Maybe it's accurate, but they should be longer like that. And they definitely look short and stubby. Definitely short and stubby.
Is very the Clone Wars model different? I mean,
no, I looked it up.
It's identical to the brown Trade Federation one.
I'm fairly certain. I'm gonna triple, quadruple check, but like the pictures that I saw on Google, were all, they were longer. So
I never realized that the Trade Federation ones also had like the technical like eye lines also, but it was just a different shade of brown. But the eye lines are technically still up there also.
Yeah,
no,
that's really cool.
Yeah, I didn't realize that till today.
But yeah, like this shot I think does a good job of showing like the side of the MTT, like just how well tiled it is, because they did a really different design philosophy with it, with like the paneling, just so they get the shaping right. And I think it did go a long way with this one to make it look way better than 2014. Like it's kind of crazy, usually you dream of recoloring the brown ones into the Clone Wars style. Well, now I'm gonna have to do a video recoloring this into brown.
Yeah.
Hopefully they make all the parts in brown, but I wonder how good this would look in brown.
Bro, that'd be a dope video, man.
Yeah, that would be kind of fun. I just thought of that on the fly, but yeah, definitely gonna have to see what this looks like in brown, because it might also be kind of killer. And then remove those stud shooters. I guess that would be my other kind of thing to do if I was gonna recolor it. But the Separatist logo looks wrong. All right,
like Mustache Man, like wrong spot or wrong design? I mean, the design looks fine.
It's in the right spot. It looks like the right design. Let me share this tab here. Give me a second here.
Yeah, it's 100% the right design. Yeah.
Let me open image in new tab. Give me a second here. I'm gonna pull up this picture. This will be clean. All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing what's wrong with that Separatist logo or anything. You see the vulture's red eyes at the top there. Yeah, I'm not seeing your point there, unfortunately.
Lego Cole said wrong orientation. Even it's a, isn't it like a symmetrical hexagon? Like what is?
Oh, you're probably right, Daniel. Those do look new, aren't they? Anyway, yeah. So
I think this picture, as it says, if the front guns were a 4L bar, like a lightsaber bar equivalent,
not that long, maybe, but still longer. Either way, longer.
Within a 3L. I mean, maybe a 3L then. One of the shorter ones. Like if it's longer, I got to be honest with you. This picture here, and after talking about it, looking at a couple of these things, this angle closed up. This thing's really growing on me.
Yeah. No, I think it's better than the turbo tank, certainly, but
100%, 1,000%. But the Stap, though, I've got a problem with.
You're gonna pick your fight. Before we get into your problem, real quick, two donations. New Nightmare, thank you for the 5. So Star Wars Outlaws ND5 is a great commando. Maybe we'll get a buildable version of him too. But that, if you're basing it off that, but that's a named character from a game that's not anything to do with the Clone Wars or what this set would be reasonably based on, But at least I guess technically it exists gray somewhere, silver lining, or gunmetal gray lining. And on Brickme, thank you as well for the 5. Says my favorite Star Wars sets are motorized AT-AT, Boost Droid, and Mindstorm's Dark and Light Side developer kits. I want more motorized Star Wars sets. That would be dope. I think a lot of people always want kind of motorized MTT, where I don't know if you've ever seen people modify it, where they motorize the function, Tyler. That's always crazy. The MTT, like motorizing the function to like open and close.
Oh yeah, I've seen some of those. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff. No, that would be sick someday. You would think for the price this would be. It's not. Shreddy says, "Yo, life bricks."
What's up, Shreddy?
All right, the Stap. Let me get a picture up for you, but you can start grilling it however you like, I guess.
So, I'll say this much. I mean, and like the design, if this was a standalone Stap with not another Stap and another set within the same wave that I think looks better and closer to what they've done in the past and how it should be, I wouldn't have as big of a problem. But this Stap here, it literally just proves the point that the MTT is just smaller than maybe it should be, because they had to literally downsize the stab to fit it in the downsize
Yep.
MTT. So
And
it just like it proves the point, bro. There's no room in there.
After years of people defending Lego making dumb decisions on just by saying, "Oh, but consistency," they have 3 different separatist stab, like blue separatist stabs currently in sets that are all different.
And the thing is, dude, I give the battle pack one, although I shouldn't, but like I give it a little bit of a pass. I mean, if you want to chop it up as smaller, a little bit different battle pack build stab, sure. But comparing 2 playset stabs, them being different side by side, because it literally has to be since you made your model smaller, ridiculous.
No, yeah, I'm there.
Wait, hey, your droid laying down. I mean, the droid's looking like stone up there in his bed, bro. He's laying down up there in the cockpit of the MTT. That was funny in your video, man. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
how these figs got to literally be sleeping in their cockpits.
Real quick, thank you to whoever raided me on Twitch. Lock up your bricks. I'm getting raided. They just knocked the FBI just knocked out my door. Thank you guys on Twitch for the Lego raid. That's very cool of you. The Mock Guild. Ooh, scary. Little medieval medieval clan coming through. But yeah, so stab is the same as in the battle pack. No way it's the same as in the battle pack. No way. I'm going completely off memory. I didn't even look to check. There's no way that's the same. Those weapons on the side were not like that. There's no way they were like that.
I don't think the dark blue cheese slopes are on the side either.
I don't know. Let's see. I know the guy that designed it. Let's call him. No, yeah, they had lights. Yes. Okay. Yeah. No, it's not the same. I knew it was different. Hold on. I'm pulling it up, getting there.
So yeah, so Lego Cole, the stab is the same, but guns are different. Then it's not the same stab.
It's not the same. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's the same except for what's different. So it's not the same. And so it's when people say, it's like when people say like, this figure is really good. It has
except
these bad
for what's
things. Yeah, it's really accurate if you just ignore the 3 things that are really inaccurate and wrong that have been done better in the past. If you just ignore all that, this is a great figure. Like, yeah, same. This happens all the time. So very Lego, yeah. But
the cheese slopes are there, so I was off on that one.
A difference is a difference, only difference or not. So the point stands. We now have 3. No, and it also has those big megaphone blasters. Those are definitely not on this one. Oh, they are. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Fair enough. I'm wrong. I should prove.
So the lightsaber hilts are.
Oh, you know what else is different? The stand is different. The stand on the battle pack is the bigger piece, and then the smaller piece is on this one, obviously, because it's got to fit inside the thing. So obviously not the actual stat build, but the stand still different too. So the top curve is different. Oh, I already closed my tab. I don't care anymore.
I mean, yeah, we know it's different.
We've got that across. Yeah. So okay. The functionality for actually like the battle droids looks really cool. Like that looks really cool to me. I love that. I think that's the best it's looked. 6 is still not it, but that's nice, right? That's way nicer than any of them.
I mean, I agree. I like the angle that you get with it. Like I feel like the transition from being on there to having them like technically stand up, off of it. I think that's a more realistic transition. Like I do agree. Yeah.
No, it looks way cooler just the way they're going to be stored in there and all that. Hold on, this Kamino and Customs guy. He said, "Bly, I would just buy a GCC one." That's all I said. But anyway, we talked about the Gunmetal Ground Commandos. You just have to go back in the stream a little bit till you see where we talked about that. That's probably at the beginning of this MTT segment, basically. But yeah, no, I love this. I think it looks great. What else on this? So in this picture, I said this in my review. I was like, oh, you gotta lean back to have the droid like fit inside. And then there's this other picture where it's clearly sitting straight up. So not really sure why they
but the roof's off. Maybe the roof factually can't get down if the head's sticking up.
Maybe the head is above. I was trying to figure. It's hard. It's a weird angle to try to figure out where the head would be cut off there, or if the head would fit underneath. It's actually really hard to tell. So yeah, I don't know. Really hard to tell. but it might actually be able to sit up, which would be awesome. But I wouldn't, necessarily bet money on that given what's been going on with downsizing recently. You got the back flap open. I wonder if
in my opinion, that makes it look pretty ugly. In my opinion, that's a bad angle of it. I get it's opened up, you see the internals, but I think that's a very weird shot.
Yeah, I wouldn't be looking at this one opened up like this. Not pretty. The wheels are also like an odd shape, which is a weird thing to talk about, but it's just very different than what we've had. Not that it matters what shape the wheel. I mean, they're round first and foremost, but yeah, just a bit different than normal. Definitely hollow for the roof. Yeah.
And the guns being like directly put into a different, like,
dude, they're really stretching it.
It definitely was not intentional like that. It wasn't intentional, dude. It was probably like, oh, we can fit them here after the fact, and it feels really weird because it's just like you're sticking your guns like into the frame of the set. Like, it just does not feel right.
Yeah, no, 1000%. It's very odd. Literally, I said it in the video. I was like, the skeleton. You're putting on the skeleton for it.
Yeah.
That's a frame is probably a better word. And it's crazy that they have to stretch it that far. We used to just get an ammo rack that was included. Now the ammo rack is just whatever loose part on the set has a hole in it. Like, actually absurd.
Bro, that's hilarious, man. Just whatever leftover studs are showing.
Yeah. Next, they're just gonna say reuse the paper bag that comes in your box to put your guns in. I don't know, dude. So yeah, I don't know. It's a creative way to hold the guns. I'm not gonna say it's not, but it is rough that it's gotten to that point where it's so downsized that they can't even fit in. I mean, 2014 had a weapons rack in the door here.
Yeah.
So a droid driving autonomous. Yeah, well, it's whatever. What else we got here? Let's see. Anything else on this MTT? Let me look at the back of the box. That'll be the best. We did 1, 2, and 3 features. That's it. That's all it's got. That's all you're gonna see.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I think this is a prime example of the build is way better than the figs. I mean, I think this is one of those examples,
for sure.
At least for me.
For sure. So that's the last set for today, I think. That's all 4.
Oh, did you cover Hot Rod before I got in?
Technically, I don't think that one was supposed to be revealed till tomorrow at noon, but people posted it, so I had pictures of it.
LAN people covered the Hot Rod.
Did they? Where?
I could have swore, bro, because I was checking out. Oh, I guess I stand corrected. Never mind.
Either way, there were leaked pictures on the internet, so we kind of borrowed them. Let's see.
Oh, Coop said a Hot Rod was today.
It was supposed to be today. And then it got moved back like 12 hours. So yeah. This MTT is gonna be small. It's not gonna be. I think it's gonna be slightly bigger than 2014. I mean, slightly. So it's definitely small. Don't get that wrong. What's up, Atine? Welcome. Yes, from Quebec. But yeah, Cooper says a whelp. Got cooped.
We're not going to get Death Star pictures for probably like 2.5 months at the bare minimum, right? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, we might get some like little blurry random stuff, like what? I mean, figs especially probably like late August, early September. I mean, there's already a couple things circulating now, but like actual model pictures, I mean, right? I mean, not until sometime in September for sure, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. Let's see.
Like, we're gonna see the gingerbread thing.
The gingerbread AT-AT.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, we're gonna see that in its entirety before the Death Star.
I'm not so my thing that I'm not excited for with the gingerbread AT-AT is that people will complain that it's downsized without realizing it's a special edition type of set and it's not supposed to compete with the normal playset AT-AT. You know what's also crazy? We got the best ever AT-AT, and then we got a horrible turbo tank for the same price.
Like, so you're talking about the 2021?
Yeah, they made the peak perfect $160 AT-AT, and then they come out with slop tank turbo tank.
Yeah.
Like, I think my biggest takeaway from this live stream, and I'm most upset about, is just how much less I like the turbo tank. Even though I didn't love it anyway to begin with, I very much dislike it now. having discussed it in depth with you and looked at the color, especially the sand blue. The sand blue, like we've added in another color that just doesn't belong there to begin with, and then it ruins it.
Yeah.
Like the translucent blue, like windscreen thing on the front's awesome. That's sick. Then you add another blue color for no reason. Bonjour. What's up, Oddball? The Galactic Marines look so good. Well, yeah, we discussed that earlier. Yes and no. Yes and no. As I'll put it this way because we discussed it earlier, and you may hear it if you watch back. If the set came out 10 years ago, the figures would have been better. And when you know that's a fact, when I say that, you know that they are not what they should be right now. So anyway, let me make sure. Cool Cats, thank you for the $2. Says look up ND5. I think that's what they went with. Yeah, from Outlaws, and then let's see. Brickme, thank you for $2. Says almost 1K watching your stream. Yes, thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. It's been a very, very good stream discussing some of the new stats. And tomorrow, I mean, might have to run it back with the V19 in
327. V19 Hot Rod 327.
Yeah, and the Hot Rod, I guess. And then I don't think the Ewok is going to be tomorrow, but yeah.
Like, am I crazy in saying, man, like from everything naturally we've seen at this point, like, yeah, sure, nothing's in hand yet, but like just virtual looks at all this stuff. I think the Hot Rod is the overall best bang for the buck, highest quality.
Is it $50 or $55?
It's 55, but I think it's the number one play set of this summer. Overall. ATSD is the number one set of all, but it's UCS. I think Hot Rod is number one play set of the wave.
Should have stayed in land. I'm not gonna be able to afford these sets soon. 55 for a snow speed. I thought it was 50. And I did put my videos like 55, might be 55 because I saw Cooper post it and they said 55, and then yeah, that sucks. John, thank you for the $1.99. Says gray commando equals reuse B2 battles red legs. Yes, I think we discussed that a little earlier, but that's probably why they did that. New Nightmare, thank you for the $4.99, sir. He says, I genuinely cannot believe we'll soon have 4 sets available, staffs, and them truly remarkable. Keep up the great work. What is the 4th? I should know this.
I mean the brown stat from the buildable stat tomorrow.
Oh yeah, duh, good call. Wait, whoa. Let's see. Lego 7.
Oh, the design of that one.
Yes, is that design different too? That would be crazy. It's got to be the same as the battle pack, right? Looks the same to me. I'm not gonna get into nitty gritty on it right now, but looks the same, just like at a glance. So we'll take it.
Of the battle pack or of the MTT one?
For the battle pack. This would be a great, if the figures were actually good and the turbo tank was good. This would be a great like wallpaper for like your computer or something. That's a fire picture. If
the image on the screen, yeah.
Had good stuff in it. Oh man. And then another $2 says, I love the new turbo tank, but 2010 is the best. Cad Bane, 2010 is the best. There's if you're betting money on my comparisons coming up, this one's gonna win for sure. If this one doesn't win, I would be very shocked. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
I mean, the figs will probably go to 2016. Am I right?
I don't know. I think the figs, you could almost convince me a 3-way tie on figs between 5, 10, and 16. Obviously, the quality of figs in 5 isn't as good, but I try to like be like, well, it's the best they had at the time, and like for the time, are the figs a 10? Yeah, for 2005.
When you factor in 5, are you gonna count the light up or the non light up?
That's another that's another discussion to have with I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to handle that, because that is a tough. I'm probably just going to pick one, probably the light up one or the non light up one, because the light up one is a like extra weird circumstance that changes that a lot, and so I almost feel like just doing the non light up version would be.
Because I mean, the light up was technically, the light up was like in there only for a certain period of time, but then for the remainder of its life, they technically put it back to like stock, pretty much, right? So I would almost say the non light up. I think, to be fair.
I wouldn't compare 5 turbo tanks. I'm only going to do 4. The 5th one. There's another set. I feel like this. That I had to
how expensive that Brickmaster turbo tanks become, bro. You can almost compare it to there, bro. The Brickmaster turbo tank's like $250 now.
Wow,
for a sealed one. That's wild.
Yeah. The vibes of the wave are great, just so many problems. Yeah, I mean that's Lego Star Wars these last few years. It's like we're doing the cool things, and then it's like we've waited so long for these cool things, it's not executed well, and that sucks so much worse than just getting another TIE Fighter and X-Wing. Like, it's brutal. The V19 Torrent should be tomorrow. I'm sure it'll leak earlier. You know how that always goes.
I mean, can we just say, I mean, everyone, please don't get their hopes too high. I mean, oh my God.
I mean, you've already seen the V19 Torrent has already leaked. We're just, you know, people just want
not the landed
pictures.
one. I mean, it
but like
it landed
is
the worst thing of all
it
time.
looks like a MIDI scale, not a MIDI scale, like a micro fighter.
Well, the thing is, you know how we like joke around all the time, like, oh, this turbo tank looks like like, you know, like the joke, but like the V19 is like literally not a joke. I mean, it looks like a microfighter with big wings.
Yeah, no, I agree. Let me run to the bathroom really quick, and then we'll.
Okay. All right. Yeah. The gingerbread Vader. Yeah, that's there's an image out there of that. Thanks for stopping by, Nico. Arun says, is the P2 Cody going to be the best clone commander we get in a while? At least for this era, I think. Because, I mean, Cody was lucky since, I mean, you didn't have to worry about any commas there. Unlike some of these other ones. Bad Batch Figs was the start of bad clones. I mean, you could almost argue, I mean, the airborne trooper from the fighter tank, technically, but that came out after. Never mind. So yeah, Bad Batch could have been considered the start of it. I think half of the Bad Batch figs were good, half weren't. I think it's a mixed bag there. Gio says, Tyler, you better get that UCS ATST. Yeah, I mean, there's part of me I might get it day one, just kind of for the culture. I might pick it up. Maybe do a build stream, right? If you guys know, do a little build stream of it. Battle Pack picks should be tomorrow. Please say something in French. I know nothing in French. I took Spanish in high school, and it was the only class that I got both years. I got a D both years. I did not pass Spanish. I know nothing. I can say pantalones in Spanish. You know, that's pants, I think, right? Or hamburguesa. That's hamburger in Spanish. Those are the two things I know.
Look at you go. Hamburguesa.
Dude, only thing I know, man.
Do you know what biblioteca means?
It sounds like Bib Fortuna in Spanish, bro. That's what it sounds like to me.
Come on. Yeah, V19 should be tomorrow. 327th Battle Pack tomorrow. Definitely be dropping video on that. You should drop a video on all the pictures once they're all out, I guess. Now that you've already waited. You gotta at least upload something. If you want to know why you banning your channel, spit it out. I'll put you on the spot.
Like, I mean, look, long story short, it was literally just compounded. It just did. I mean, I don't know.
One bad day.
Every day that went by, it was an extra day of pressure to be like, what's the return going to be? You know, like that's truly what it was. I mean, it was always meant to be a 2-week break, maybe a 1 month break, but like this long. I mean, I agree, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, yeah, I mean, can't let one bad day become two. That's a good way to live now. So,
I mean, one bad day almost turned into 2 years now.
You got to put a stop to that. I don't know how you got to do it. I can't come there and make you do it.
No, I know.
You got to put a stop to it. You know what I mean?
I've just got to realize, man, with how much I like talking about Lego Star Wars anyway, you know, between, you know, all these other streams I'm on and just over in general, you know, private calls or Instagram, like, just got to put that back into video format and just post it, bro. Like, it's just, I like talking about this stuff so much.
Yeah, no, like, I don't remember who was saying, I don't know if it was you or someone else was like, you could theoretically just hire an editor and then you just have to do the talking and let someone else handle everything else for you.
That would be super nice. That would be ideal.
Yeah.
As long as they can be semi-timely on it, of course. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Sure,
It's not 7 days after the fact, you know.
Right. Yeah. Well, sure.
Then monetarily hiring that editor definitely would not be worth it. if everything was a week late.
Yeah. Man, we got a big ATST fan here. It does, like, it's weird. It's just one of those, like, okay, they made a great set, and it's not like it's a UCS ATST. It's not like a long time, we've never had it before desire type of set, because we have had it before. We've had plenty of play scale ATSTs. The minifig is a little lackluster. It's got arm printing, but it doesn't have dual molded legs, and the price is insane. But the build is really great.
Would you have rather
I'm so oddly lukewarm on it. I hate that I'm lukewarm on it, but I'm lukewarm on it. It's no, I would not have rather had a Chewbacca. Please, God, no. Not another Chewbacca. But the AT-AT, the gingerbread one, is it 70, 80, 80, right?
I believe it's 80. I think so. That's something.
The
That's a
Nike-
Coop question.
The Nike set went on back order. Let's see if it's on back order on the Nike app. Maybe I'll have to buy it. Let's see. Come on, load it up. Oh, this Nike app sucks. It takes forever to load in. It's got to show you like 18 different people.
Someone said dual molded legs on Chewbacca. There's nothing to even. I mean, that would look very awkward. There's nothing to dual mold on Chewbacca.
It drops 10 a.m. on the Nike app.
Oh, they're actually selling that on the Nike app? That's pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I was interested because I was looking today. I was also looking for all white Tatum 3s, but they don't have those on here yet. So that was my other desire. But yeah, they do have that, and they have the like yellow big kid shoe, but it's not blue milk, lukewarm. Yeah. All right, guys. Final thoughts? Any final opinions? Otherwise, anything is past midnight, so it's bedtime. I gotta wake up and get to work by 10 a.m. tomorrow. So, say I get to work, I have to go somewhere. But I start work at 10 every day, so got to be up by 10. We're up and ready by 10. What's your top desired UCS that hasn't been made yet?
Me?
Anyone?
Well,
you were me. I'm just
Anakin's in it.
Oh, I like that. I'll take the Arc 170.
I'm such a big Anakin fan.
I like that answer. I'll take the Arc 170.
I'll even take an Anakin's Pod Racer. I'll take an Anakin's Clone War Starfighter.
Anakin's Pod Racer would be a great $200, $180 UCS set, as an August set.
Dude, Sith Infiltrator for 180. I mean, Sith Infiltrator is another great one for sub 200.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. No, I feel like they should do that bigger. I feel like that's a good Boba Slave.
You think they could do a 240
set.
there?
Yeah, 240 would probably be more reasonable. But yeah, I think that one ends up a little bigger. But yeah, you never know. Love to get some more like fleshed out interior space with that. A little bit bigger. Yeah. Play scale invisible hand, never.
Oh, I saw someone bring up long legs on Wookiees. Are you kind of surprised they've never done that? The long Woody legs,
I hate
Avatar legs.
Oh God, please don't do that. No, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that custom set. That was no. Yeah, no. There's got to be some checks and balances with ideas like that. We can't be throwing that into the world. Yeah, we can't just throw that out there like that. That was scary. That was nightmarish. But anyway. Segment for vlog. I did forget to do anything for the vlog, and I said I would, so you're not gonna be able to hear Tyler, I guess. But the stream is almost over. We've been streaming for 3 hours, 2.5 hours, so had a pretty good stream. Had a lot of people all day, and this guy reminded me that I need to do something for the vlog. So there you go, vlog. Oh, Tyler, yeah, that 2010 turbo tank. Oh, can't wait to get mine built too. That was beautiful looking. Are you gonna revert it to the old version?
Yeah, at some point. It's on the list of a million things to do. And I technically have 2 more I still need to build. I own 3 of them, so I do need to rebuild the other 2 also at some point.
For the vlog who couldn't hear, he said yes. No, yeah, you could just keep that one then and build the other one, I guess. Or one of the other 2.
I mean, I do need to get this dark turquoise off. I'm never going to do anything with Hauser. Hauser's falling off. That's for damn sure.
I got you. Anyway, I think we should probably wrap there. We did talk about Galactic Marines in their eyes. That was all earlier, so you can go back in the live stream. As a reminder, guys, if you ever miss a live stream of mine or you want to go back and watch it after it's done, it stays on my channel. It's on my channel. You go on my channel. Let me go back to the screen share thing. Oops. If you go on my channel and you scroll to the bottom, there's going to be a playlist called Past Live Streams. And you have to click into this. I don't know why it won't always show there. But you click into this, you're going to see all the past live streams that I've got here, and they'll all be in here, right? Going all the way back, way back, right? To, I guess, 6 years ago right now. There's probably more that should be there that I didn't add, but quite a lot of content back there of just past live streams. So this one will be there if you want to see more of Tyler and I's thoughts on the summer sets. But yeah, everyone's been reporting that, Sean, it's going to be on the Nike app tomorrow at 10 a.m. So maybe another chance to get it if people missed it. I don't know if it'll be available elsewhere, but yeah. Tyler, any final thoughts?
No, man, this is a super fun Stream. I mean, I'm glad. I mean, you did it here, and if anything, I mean, I think it was even a little bit nicer too. I mean, say the hot rod is tomorrow, since it kind of bulks up. Like, there's one extra thing to talk about tomorrow, kind of even it out a little bit more. If only the Ewok. Hopefully, Wicked comes out tomorrow also to really kind of even stuff out. But this was fun, man. I mean, it's always fun chopping it up with you. I mean, like I said, I think we share viewpoints on quite a few things, which is, I mean, always a good thing. But of course, we still have some things we don't agree on, which naturally just makes conversations flow and it helps everything out. And I mean, it was a super fun time. I mean, I wish it was on better terms of better sets we were talking about, but
Right.
it was a fun 2.5 hours, man.
Where can I get a super 2017 Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 video game? I think I sold you one for way too much money. I hope you're enjoying it more than
he got it for like 60% off, man. What do you mean?
I know. I think 750 is fair given how rare it is, but it's weird too because it's cardboard for that much money. But I have the Star Wars equivalents of that, so I'm well aware.
the open box Funko mystery mini definitely helped out that value, right?
John, $2 wants me to get on COD. We'll see. Maybe rev up those fryers. I'll be on. But anyway. Yeah, no, appreciate Tyler. If you guys want to check out Tyler's channel, it's Life Bricks L. Did you change it on YouTube to Life Bricks with no?
Yeah, bro. I haven't been L1 since like 20. I've been L1 since 2018, man.
Just Life Bricks. You never know when he might upload again. So,
Well,
maybe.
I mean, stream tomorrow. I mean, I don't know if my channel or your I mean, right? I mean, possibly tomorrow on my channel.
Cool. Let me know. Either way.
Okay, yeah. Then I guess I'll say it here. I mean, if you're gonna pop on, I mean, we'll do it. I'll do it either way. But I mean, if you're gonna pop on, I mean, naturally we could talk about the stuff tomorrow, the new stuff.
I got you. Yeah. Let's do it. So we'll get something planned. Just text me later or text me tomorrow because we'll have to figure out.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, if anything is nice, I mean, we can keep it the same thing. I mean, like a 2-piece. I mean, only a couple things to talk about. I mean, I think surprisingly, I'll be honest. I mean, we got through a lot of conversation tonight in only like a 2.5. Like, I mean, it felt like a lot got covered for only being 2 hours.
I got out everything I couldn't get out in a 20-minute video, so I'm happy.
Heck yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for anyone that donated. Thank you for spending your time with us this evening, and thank you, Tyler, for helping co-host with me. And we will be back tomorrow, probably on Tyler's channel. So make sure you guys subscribe over there, and I'm definitely dropping a video on my channel tomorrow whenever the pictures come. So yeah, good one. Do you think he'll ever come back to Reddit? We miss you, and your sub is dying. I think I turned my subreddit off. Pretty sure I did, so I'd have to moderate it because that would be a huge waste of time, and I also don't want someone else to moderate it for me because that's a huge waste of their time. I don't. I'm not using Reddit anymore, so I'm good. It's a bit of a cesspool, so I'm sorry if you're one of the good ones, but we're on to greener pastures like TikTok doom scrolling. Better use of my time for sure. Yeah. All right. You guys have a good night. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Everyone go to bed. Hit the gym. Lift some weights. I've been doing that for a month. Feels good. Do that. All right. Bye, guys. Set outro video. I should start doing that. Do some dumb video.